unforgettable. With incredible local food vendors, craft cocktails, and built-in entertainment like shuffleboard, games, and more, your group will have a holiday party they'll talk about all year long. Visit thirdstreetmarkethall.com for more information on booking your event.
Hey, this is Brad Nortman from KBN. Tune in to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman every day from 2 to 5. WKTI and WKTI HD Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Three-time Wisconsin Sports Writer of the Year, Jason Wilde.
There aren't any Jasons 12 and under. That's a dead name.
Packers Hall of Famer, Mark Tauscher.
How many kids do you hear, hey, Marky, it might be almost to the point of Ruth.
Live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studios in downtown Milwaukee at the 3rd Street Market Hall.
You love that name so much, you don't even go by it.
If you call me Mark, I like my name. I like my name a lot.
This is Wilde and Tausch.
Wilde and Tausch.
It's Wilde and Touch, isn't it?
Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
Friday edition. I can't wait for Tausch to help explain why Jeff Hafley answered my Rashan Gary question the way he did edition. There was axe throwing, and sources close to the program indicate that at least one person who had said he was not going to be in attendance may have shown up anyway from this program edition. And, of course, everything we do on Fridays, we do it for you, like the old Bryan Adams song. The Green and Gold game preview, headlines, the weekend preview, everything that you love as you get ready for Packers Broncos edition of Wilde and Tausch on 94.5. Jesse, are you doing the poker chips for the drawing later in the show?
No, that's old T fiddling at his undisclosed location here. That'll happen.
Oh, okay. Sounded like
I don't want to get after him right away, but he's.
Oh, if I'd have known that was him, I wouldn't have said
anything. Thanks for putting me in that spot. There we
it's
go.
Not 11:15. Of Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN Milwaukee, 100.5 ESPN Madison. 1430.
All right, I turned them off.
ESPN Beaver Dam. ESPNWisconsin.com, the ESPN app, your Alexa smart speaker, streaming live video, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and, of course, everything you need on the all-new, all-redesigned, all-free, and all-customizable ESPN Wisconsin app, which you can find both in the Apple and Android app stores. I'm Jason Wilde in Green Bay. Jesse Nelson is in the Everlight Solar ESPN Madison studios. And from what I think will be a disclosed location, wearing a quarter zip with a zipper that rubs up against his microphone, he is the Packers Hall of Famer. He is Mark Tauscher. Tausch, good morning. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'll zip the zipper all the way up. I didn't know. So every time we hear noises, we mention it. Is that what we're doing?
No,
because I'm all right with that.
Told you.
Tausch.
No, I'm all right with that too. No, I'm good.
Tausch.
Yes, Jason. Yes.
I thought it was Jesse doing the trivia.
Oh, okay.
That's the only reason I mentioned it, because it sounded like poker chips rubbing up against each other.
That's how awful it sounded.
Okay.
No, it's not what I'm saying.
Yeah.
11:15, huh?
So when your cats and dogs are barking and you're typing on your computer, we won't mention that. We won't do that. You know what, Jason? I'm going to let bygones be bygones.
Clearly you won't.
I
Clearly you are.
I just did. I let a bygone
that
be
was
a
literally
bygone.
the opposite of bygones being
I'm
bygones.
letting it.
I don't think you know what bygones are.
Bygone situations is not letting bygones be bygones.
I futurized the bygone, okay? I was irritated about the bygone, but now I'm going to let a bygone be a bygone. And I'll zip my little zipper up, and I'll pull this out so we're not poker chipperizing it. Where did you want to start now that you got me all rattled?
It's a nice quarter zip.
Thanks. It's cold out. It's a little heavier than I like from a quarter zip. I love the lightweight quarter zips, obviously, that Iron Jock puts out, but I did go the heavier
four-way stretch.
Yes,
well, why don't we start with where you and your quarter zip are located today?
Well, I'm down at Sendix, down in Oconomowoc. We got a fun little collab that I'm doing today with Joe Thomas. We got a little collab that we're going to be doing later this afternoon. So that's what down here. Obviously, they got the cookie walk and all the great specials going throughout the holiday season at every Sendix throughout the greater Milwaukee area. And so I'm down here plugging along, and we'll see. I can't tell you a lot more because it's going to be released later, but I'm down here at Sendix, and we got a collab with Joe.
So wait, is Joe Thomas? Does that mean in some way it is a grocery store? Is Meat Santa involved in any way?
I can't get into that, Jason. But you can deductively reason probably what would make sense, and that might.
Seems like a good fit.
Okay.
All right. So you and your quarter zip, and me and my kerchief and mon or hat. I'm curious. You said you were not going to the ESPN Madison holiday party at Madison Axe. I was there in spirit. I joined the wildly popular Jim, Matt, and Molly program, during which a lot of people were very distracted. I assume by people chucking axes. But is it true that you, much like Meat Santa, surprised everyone by showing up?
I did. So Max had a game last night. I was not sure. When I first saw the invite, I thought we were actually going down to Janesville, which obviously I would not have been able to go. It was a home game. And last night, as we were sitting there, Eleanor and I, Sarah's a little under the weather, so she did not go. But Eleanor and I had to drop Max off at the rink. And as I did, the JV game was playing first. So I had about an hour and a half. And I thought, you know what?
Why don't they play the varsity first? It would seem to make sense to play the varsity first, because that's the more important game.
Take it up with the scheduling folks. That is not even close to being the equivalent, but I digress. So I asked Eleanor, I said, hey, do you want to go? We're having our company party and, come along. And she said, yes, that sounds fun. She's always up for some fun adventure.
Sure.
So we walked in, Jesse and Sadler and the whole team. It was a nice, warm welcome by everybody. And then Eleanor and I went to. I've never thrown axes like that. I've split wood with axes as a kid. So I figured I'd be all right at it. And so we took on Rachel and Jesse Nelson in an axe throwing contest last night. And I'll let Jesse tell you how that went.
Tausch cooked us. Tausch is really good at axe throwing, it turns out.
How do you become good at axe throwing?
I don't know, but he did in 5 minutes. He walked in and he didn't know a single thing about how to hold the axe or which axe to throw or what he was throwing at. And within 5 minutes, he was telling the people running Madison Axe what they should be doing. Like, he was the expert on everything because he was so good at it. It was really frustrating.
Yeah, we smoked him. Eleanor and I smoked Rachel and Jesse in a pretty big way.
Yeah. Here, for those who are watching.
We have video evidence?
Of course there's video, yes. And this is so annoying that the one video that I took of Old T throwing an axe ended up being the throw that it ends up looking like here. So if you're watching on our video stream, we're going to play it right now.
Ooh.
So Old T.
Can you do play-by-play?
Yeah, he gets a little message from the gallery, steps up, 2 hands on the axe above his head, fires right on the bullseye in the little right corner of the target. perfect throw. We zoom in. Look at that. It all lights up. Beep, 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 because he nailed it.
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
You're a hero.
A perfect shot.
No, it's not heroic. It's just go about your business.
How do you so here's I have a myriad of questions, as you probably would expect. Starting with, how do you get are they, these are not real axes, obviously, they're some sort of electronic device?
No, they're real axes.
No, they're real axes.
But they hit something that causes it to light up without damaging the lighting system?
So it's a projected computer screen, and there are sensors for based on whichever game or target you're playing.
Okay.
It'll light up, and it registers where the axe lands on the wood panel that you're throwing it at. Yeah.
So then my next question is, how do you manage to get it to arrive at the wood panel with the axe actually ready to go into the wood? Are there other throws that aren't as expert as Tausch's that like the handle ends up hitting instead because it rotates too much?
Oh yeah, yeah.
That's commonplace.
This was one of the best throws of the night for anybody that was axe throwing last night at Madison Axe. This was just
look at the swagger.
It's so,
by the
and then
way.
he goes. He turns around and he goes, "I'm pretty good at this." He just nails it right.
No, I believe I said, "Is that good?" Because I wasn't sure. You'd think you want to hit the middle.
Were you? Were you not sure?
No, it was pretty. It was all right. It was all right. Now, Eleanor, I was nervous for Eleanor because you have to be, I think, 10 plus, and Eleanor's small. Now she went up there with much might, but she, in fairness, she didn't get to eat supper last night. She didn't deliver. She struggled throwing.
She had some
got
of those protein muffins.
No, she needed some of those protein muffins. But she did. She enjoyed it. But what she did end up doing is she took on our manager in one of those games where you take and you try to spin it around a hook. There's like a loop ring.
Seen that?
I don't know the name of that game, but it is a lot of fun. Yeah.
She just crushed in that, and then she crushed in bags. And I should have let her. Jesse and I actually ended up playing ring toss, if you can believe that, last night.
Onto a Tito's bottle?
Well, we didn't bring enough Tito's bottles. We should have. But
we're standing around, and all of a sudden he goes, "Oh, there's ring toss," and I'm like, "Well, we have to play."
What are the odds of that?
Well, and the ring toss, in fairness, Jesse did beat me in ring toss in a tight match, but half of the board was broke. Like there was one missing piece. And I usually throw it to that ring.
Of course, that one. Yeah, obviously. Sure.
I felt like
I
felt like I was. But Jesse did end up finishing me off in ring toss. So a very fun night. Great job by our team. And, Jason kind of spurred me on last night when he tried to compare that he went to more holiday company parties than me. That really put a spur in my britch, and that spurred me on to basically tell Jason that's crazy talk. And so Jason, thank you for the motivation last night. I appreciated that.
Well, I'm glad I could provide that level of motivation for you.
Jesse threw one-handed too, which I wasn't sure. He was throwing the axe with just
IPT?
one hand. I don't know the rules I didn't know anything about anything when I walked in there, but I think Jesse wanted to show off and show how strong he was, even though the person teaching Eleanor and I specifically said 2 hands over the top, and you want to make sure, kind of to your point, Jason, you want to spin it the right way so that you're not handling it, hit the handle on the wood. You don't want that. You want that axe, strike it in there. But Jesse said, no, I'm going to throw one-handed. And in fairness, Jesse scored all the points. Rachel didn't put any points up. And no offense to Rachel, but those are the facts of what happened.
I'm not sure that was necessary to tell the world.
But it's the truth, Jason.
I think we both kind of felt like Aaron Rodgers on the 2022 Green Bay Packers. Like we were trying to carry our team along, but we had Alan Lazard and we needed Christian Watson and Jordy Nelson,
those were the same
Devontae
person.
Adams, and we needed more than what we got from our respective teammates. But Tausch was victorious and I wasn't, so. Hats off to old team.
Congratulations on throwing your teammates under the bus. So, one last question on this.
Sure.
like the old Bare Naked Ladies song, So Dangerous You Have to Sign a Waiver? Is there a waiver involved when you're throwing these?
Yes, there is.
There are waivers, yes.
Okay.
Yep.
That's what I was curious about. I want to get to Jeff Hafley and what he had to say about Rashan Gary. But before that, I need to hear what Tausch has to say about Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
Well, ensure your home remains comfortable before all of this brutal post-holiday winter. And I'm telling you, there is nothing better right now. It's cold. Snow is flurrying around. Sit in your nice chair. Look out your beautiful Pella windows and realize, oh my gosh, this is nice. All this heat is staying in. And I also get to look out at these beautiful, bright, clear, new Pella windows to see all that snow falling. Oh, baby. There ain't anything better. Unless you get 0 interest for up to 24 months at Pella Windows and Doors. And guess what? You can all the way through December 31st. Schedule your free consultation today at PellaWI.com. Just take that picture and understand you want to save a bunch of money. You want those energy bills to stay nice and low. Pella Windows will help you provide doing that. Certain restrictions do apply. See showroom for details.
We'll get Tausch's take on what Jeff Hafley said about Rashan Gary yesterday. Next, it's Wilde and Tausch.
All day, every day. The Carbless Talk and Text line is open for you.
First off, there is not one team that's on the fringe that scares me.
800-990-3776. The Carbless Talk and Text line. This is more. Stay up to date on the green and gold all season. The Green and Gold Fix podcast is brought to you by Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Luxury stay, elite play, unwind in sophisticated comfort. Win big, dine, and experience the events in Milwaukee.
Mark Tauscher here, and these days I am sleeping better than ever. I am so thankful I met with the great team at Advent to help solve my sleeping problems. The Advent team is so great to work with, and their consultations are very informative. The Advent team listened to my struggles, and rather than forcing a surgery, they helped me find the best solution for a better night's sleep. My family and I are so thankful the solutions from Advent worked. To see how they can help you with snoring, sleep apnea, and nasal breathing problems, go to adventknows.com, because Advent knows when you breathe well, you live better.
Let's get the latest from Lambeau. This is your Green and Gold Fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Z-Bart of Greater Milwaukee. Why Z-Bart? Because you don't want rust holes in your expensive vehicle. Let Z-Bart keep the rust away with professional rust protection. Only at Z-Bart.
Packers star running back Josh Jacobs has been dealing with a knee injury for several weeks, but has been able to play through it. This week, a little bit of a different story, though, for Jacobs, who hasn't practiced yet and has been dealing with swelling in his knee. Number 8 gives an update.
I definitely didn't get hit on it last game. I did get hit on it in Detroit, but I think it's one of those things where just running or standing too long, you kind of just swelling and things like that. It gets a little stiff on me.
Well, with or without Jacobs, the Packers head to Denver Sunday to take on the 11-2 Broncos and are 2.5-point favorites. Kickoff set for 3:25 Sunday. I'm Alex Stroh.
This has been your Green and Gold Fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Z-Bart of Greater Milwaukee.
Do you want your car to shine like a diamond? Then you need Z-Gloss from Z-Bart. Z-Gloss gives you a mirror finish and protects your paint from everything Mother Nature can throw at it with a 10-year guarantee. Visit zbart.com for more information.
A father faces homelessness. A mother is hospitalized, and there's no one to watch their children. La Causa Crisis Nursery and Respite Center is the only free 24/7 crisis nursery in Milwaukee. It's a safe and nurturing place for children aged 0 to 12 to stay while their parents work to regain stability and strength. Your generosity keeps La Causa's doors open and provides meals, classroom resources, mental health support, and more. Every child deserves the chance to dream, grow, and thrive. Make a difference by donating today at lacausa.org.
This winter, upgrade your home and your savings with Exterior Pros and Baths. New windows, roofing, siding, or a stunning bath makeover. Get it done now and get $3,000 off your project. That's right, $3,000 back in your pocket during our biggest year-end blowout. Call 262-800-4274 or head to extpros.com. Don't wait. These holiday savings melt away fast. Exterior Pros and Baths. Your home upgraded for the holidays.
Make your next activation or event a slam dunk with Captivate Exhibits, your leader in transforming spaces and creating brand experiences that truly stand out and connect. If you can dream it, Captivate can design it, build it, and activate it. From trade shows and events to enhancing interior spaces like your lobby, history wall, or break room, Captivate Exhibits turns ideas into highlight reels. With over 32 years of award-winning experience, Captivate delivers every time, always beating the buzzer. Get started with your next big idea today at CaptivateExhibits.com.
Retail stores may be easy to shop at, but nothing beats a gift that lasts. Give the gift of basketball with Precision Sports Services. Get 10% off any basketball hoop and installation package now through the end of the year. Premium products, professional in-house installation. Visit Precision Sports Services and make your holidays a slam dunk.
You're listening to Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
Fun back and forth yesterday for about 20 minutes with Jeff Hafley. We may be running out of those Thursdays with him as more and more people expect him to be an NFL head coach next year. But we'll see how long it lasts. And that back and forth included a discussion about Rashan Gary. And he, Tausch, could not have been more supportive of a guy who has not been ultra productive as a pass rusher over the last 5 games. The numbers for, before we hear what Jeff Hafley had to say, the numbers for Rashan Gary over the past 6 games, 0 sacks, 16 quarterback pressures, 3 quarterback hits over the last 6 games for Rashan Gary. Tausch, I want you to listen to this and tell me, and look, Jesse, is my question attached to this? Because we were kind of back and forth talking about a variety of other things.
It is not.
Okay.
I don't think there's an interjection in the middle. No.
Right, and it's kind of we were talking about other stuff, and it was a little bit. It wasn't clean, as coaches like to say. But basically, I tried, Tausch, to ask him a question that, it was brief, which is rare. But the question was basically, how do you get Rashan Gary going? Because I didn't want it to be, why does Rashan Gary stink? Right? I wanted it to be open-ended and see where he took it. And this is where Jeff Hafley took it.
Again, and I say this truthfully, Rashan's playing the run game, and I know you don't want to hear about the run right now. Rashan's playing the run game way better than he did last year, in my opinion. All right, we're not getting many drop back passes. We're getting 7-man, 6-man play action protections where it's about rushing and converting. And a lot of times you got a tight end and a tackle on you, you got a tackle and a back on you. So at the same time, he's not getting as many opportunities, right? And then even on these third downs, we're getting more runs and screen on third down than I've ever been a part of. So do we want him to have more pressures? Certainly. I'm giving you a reason, and yes, I am defending him because I actually think the guy's playing really well, right? And I think a lot of times you look at I think people look at things very black and white when you have to look deeper into it. Right? And just because a guy might not have pressures in a game or sacks in a game, that doesn't mean he didn't play well. Micah Parsons didn't have a sack in the game last week. Micah Parsons had an unbelievable game last week. I mean, he had totally affected the game, but he didn't have a sack. So if you're going to be results-based, then you can call it what you want. But if you want to look deep and look at the whole process and how he truly affected every play, he had a really good game. If hopefully we'll get a chance to get in a game where the ball's going up in the air and there's a lot more drop back passes and he'll have more opportunities to rush.
Tausch, your initial reaction to that answer?
Well, obviously he's going to defend his guys, and the Micah Parsons part of it, I couldn't agree more. Hugely impactful changes the way teams approach things. And Jeff Hafley's right. The Bears didn't want Caleb Williams dropping back to throw because it wasn't going to end well. If he had to scramble out and get out of the pocket, and that was something that I think Green Bay next week will have to really take a long look at and figure out how to kind of keep him contained in there. As far as Rashan Gary goes, yeah, there's some truth in what he's saying about the run game and everything else, but we saw this. They went after him with bootlegs, and Rashan Gary lost angles and lost contain on some things because he's selling out to try and do things. And I believe, that Ben Johnson attacked him. I think he tried to find some options to do that. And in this play action game, this is how teams are going to attack this defense. You can't just sit back and think you're going to be able to drop back and throw consistently with this group with Micah because he's too good. And they know that. So, Jeff Hafley said, well, screens, all this other. Has Rashan Gary been as impactful as Jeff Hafley hoped when they picked up Micah Parsons? The last 6 weeks, the answer is no. Now, that doesn't mean you're going to come out and say, no, we need to play Enagbare more, because you want to get the best out of Rashan Gary. But J.J. Enagbare has been more impactful than Rashan Gary this last 6 to 8 weeks of the season. And by the way, don't ask me. Don't listen to Jeff Hafley. Go look at the stats. Just go look. Words are one thing, and they can try to tell you the story. His Micah Parsons commentary there is 1,000% right.
Right, and it's not, no one's saying that Rashan Gary should be Micah Parsons, because if Rashan Gary was Micah Parsons, the Packers wouldn't have traded for Micah Parsons. But Rashan Gary played 40 snaps. Micah Parsons played 61.
Yep.
Micah Parsons had 3 quarterback hits and 8 pressures, the most given up by the Bears this season in that game. Rashan Gary had 1 quarterback hit and 3 pressures. To your point about J.J. Enigbare's play, the defensive coordinator agrees. He can wear the I agree with Tausch t-shirt. He said the play that Enagbare made on the 3rd down before the interception on 4th down was the biggest play in the game.
Huh. Interesting.
It was interesting. It was very interesting.
I totally agree.
Well, of course you do. You said that earlier in the week.
I said it. I literally said it Sunday right after the game when Homer was going bananas on me.
Yeah, I was
what game you're watching. Rough. Yeah, Jeff Hafley is, I think he's really...
And then you texted him.
Yeah, I did. Jeff Hafley is a really good coach. And if he leaves, we will miss him a bunch. Like a bunch. But, guys, you put your guys out there that you believe are going to help you win a game. Who was out there when the money was on the table on 3rd and short?
Right.
Now, if Micah Parsons needs a blow, he needs a blow. Micah Parsons, I don't ever want him coming out of the game. Even if he's tired, I want him going. Now, obviously, there's times you need and you want him to be recharged. But Micah Parsons, I would think in playoff games and when you start getting into it, I don't think he's going to come out. If he does, it's going to be 1 or 2 plays, and that's it. So Rashan Gary, he's a strong guy. He has not had the monster season that we all thought he would. And by the way, he started off. There's still a lot of football to be played.
He did.
There is.
So to your point, because I went back and looked for my story on Channel 3000. We all thought, everyone on this panel, and probably everyone who follows the Packers as a fan or an analyst or a beat writer, the dude had 4.5 sacks in the first 3 games.
Yeah.
And then they've played 13 games. In the last 10, he has 3.5 sacks. And on top of that, obviously, 0 in the last 6 games. And look, we all know sacks are not the only measure of whether you're being productive. And if Rashan Gary had the same resume and draft status, origin story as Kingsley Enagbare, this wouldn't be as big of a story, right? But
I was told that salary and money doesn't factor into what your expectations are. I was told
you weren't told that by me. You weren't told that by me.
But I've been told that's all junk, and you just saying that explains exactly why that's junk.
4-year, $96 million extension in October 2023. He is under contract through the 2027 season. J.J. Enagbare is a free agent after this season.
Yeah, they will have to redo Rashan Gary's deal or trade him, would be my guess after this offseason. And with all that said, Jason, he is still sitting. He's at 7.5 sacks. If he goes and gets 3 sacks and ends with 10.5, and with some pressures, everybody is going to look at this and say, I still wonder what Green Bay will do, because I don't know if you want to have 65 or 70 million bucks with your 2 edge guys, and one of them, Micah, you're going to pay until the wheels fall off. Rashan, I don't know about. I think that's much more questionable. But if he gets to 10.5 sacks, people are going to look and say, oh, he's finally in double digits. Oh, he did this. But has he been as impactful in the fact that he was going to get a lot of one-on-one? And he has gotten a lot of one-on-one. And he has not won as many as he or everybody thought and felt like he should. But that doesn't mean he won't. But obviously, we would have loved to have seen more, especially these last 6 weeks. But this is where your big money guys have to show up. And maybe it'll be Rashan Gary, like he did when I called him elite, when the San Francisco 49ers could not block him in that 13-10 loss. Go back and watch the film. They couldn't block him. They couldn't. And obviously, he blows his knee out. It has however you want to spin it. But that was when he was at his peak. And we hope that he can refine that.
We will see what Gary does in the final several weeks of the season. To Tausch's point, he has 4 games left to accumulate 3 sacks, which would get him his first double-digit sack season of his career. We will get to the Green and Gold game preview coming up next after I tell you about Gruber Law Offices. David and his team, they're the best. They're the undisputed champs. And they make sure that you are taken care of if you've been injured in an accident. 414-276-6666. You know what that is? It's the one call to make. One call, that's all. 414-276-6666. Go to the website, gruber-law.com. Find out more about everything David and his family do in our communities, the great lawyers that they have on their team, and, of course, the successes they've had as well. Gruber Law Offices, one call, that's all. The Green and Gold game preview is next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
Wilde and Tausch continues next on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
Without a doubt, my absolute favorite Christmas cookie is the Italian wedding cookie. Well, I also love those chocolate macaroons. And the red velvet cookie is pretty darn good, too. All right, let's face it. I pretty much love them all. So it's perfect that Sendix is having their famous holiday cookie walk again tomorrow and Sunday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Forget about having to buy the flour and the sugar and the butter and everything else that you need to bake your own holiday cookies. Because Sendix is making it super easy and super special. You can choose between over 40 varieties of the absolute best holiday cookies you'll find. Mix and match to build your own custom assortment for just $10.99 per pound. So whether you're hosting your own holiday get-together, bringing cookies to the school Christmas party, or participating in the office cookie exchange, Sendik's famous cookie walk is the perfect solution. Tomorrow and Sunday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Sendik's is your holiday cookie headquarters.
Hey, it's Gary Ellison for Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center. Looking to escape the cold or take a midday break? Get your game on at Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center, where it's always golf season. Play more than 2,000 courses, including over 50 right here in Wisconsin. And even that famous course where they hand out green jackets. Top tech simulators, great food, and the best Bloody Marys around. This is your year-round slice of summer. Bays start at just $35 an hour, Monday through Friday. Book your bay today at WisconsinIndoorGolfCenter.com.
Ho, ho,
my back.
Santa?
Oh, Gina Della from Pella. You've been a good girl this year.
Is that why you're in here building new windows?
Santa's doing OT.
Let me make a call.
Frighteningly fast Pella team at your service. Let us take it from here, Mr. Claus. And Gina, next time.
I know. Ask for a Pella gift card. Right now, at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, get 0% interest for 24 months. Visit PellaWI.com.
Certain restrictions apply. It's 12/31/2025.
Hey sports fans, looking to level up your next private event? V Private Bar Services is your game changer. Move beyond the ordinary. V Private Bar Services crafts custom cocktails tailored to your brand and your guests' taste. Imagine a bar experience that's as unique as your business. Our expert mixologists will create a memorable experience that your clients and team will rave about. From signature cocktails to full-service bars, we've got you covered. Be the MVP of your next event. Visit vprivatebar.com to book today.
Is back pain slowing you down? When it comes to spine care, you need specialized expertise. At the OAW Spine Center, their orthopedic care specialists provide the highest level of care for everything from herniated discs to spinal fusion. They start with the most conservative, non-surgical treatments like physical therapy and injections. If surgery is needed, minimally invasive procedures at the OAW Spine Center will get you back on your feet faster. With a focus on treating the source of the problem, they take a comprehensive, active approach to spine health, getting you back to the life you love. The OAW Spine Center. There is a difference. Visit OAWspinecenter.com. That's OAWspinecenter.com.
What's better than cheering for the Packers with an ice-cold beer in your hand? Cheering for the Packers with an ice-cold beer in your hand that you got for 10% off. And when you get Packers checking from Associated Bank, you get even more. Like 10% off food and 10% off drinks on game day. Like that ice-cold beer in your hand. Plus 15% off Pro Shop gear. Only with Packers checking. Associated Bank. Bank of the Packers. Learn more at associatedbank.com/Packers. Member FDIC.
This is Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Sponsored by American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Packers travel to Denver as favorites over a team that has won 10 in a row and is playing at home. Time now for the Green and Gold game preview.
Let's take a closer look at this week's matchup. This is the Green and Gold game preview.
Did you guys know the Green Bay Packers have only ever won one time in Denver?
And Tausch and I were both there.
Yes, we were.
I was looking up the all-time series history, and don't spoil too much because that's a trivia question coming up when we play in a little bit. But
well, then what'd you bring it up for?
I thought that's a fun fact. One time ever the Packers have won in Denver against the Broncos.
But we can't talk about it because
that's
it's a trivia question.
Yeah, do it when we get to the trivia.
You couldn't come up with a different question?
Well, not when it's great moments in Packers-Broncos history, and there's only one moment where they won at Denver.
So are all three questions about that one game?
No, one's actually about a... Never mind. You'll find out.
Can't wait.
What is the big storyline as we get set for Packers-Broncos in the Mile High City Sunday at 3:25, Tausch?
Which defense is going to create more turnovers, to me, is what this game's going to be, because I think both groups are going to dominate the game, and it's going to come down to who is going to make the big plays. Offensively, I think Green Bay is a much better team. I think Denver is going to have some answers for what we do. I like our quarterback a heck of a lot better than I like theirs, but just crazy stuff happens. And can you turn over and create those turnovers in the short field. I think Denver is going to need that, whether that comes special teams and or on their defensive side of it. Whose defense can make the big plays? I think both defenses will make good plays and be sound and be steady. Who's going to make the game-changing plays? And whoever does that is who I think ends up winning the game.
Yeah, first of all, Tausch is – I agree with Tausch. Tausch is right yet again. They've got really good edge rushers in your guy, La Isla Bonito, and Jonathan Cooper. They've got really good interior guys. Zach Allen is a real problem. Patrick Surtain is arguably the best corner in the league. Their safeties are good. Your guy, Dre Greenlaw, who, if I recall correctly, picked off Jordan Love twice in that, or at least had one of the most important picks in that NFC divisional round when he was back with San Francisco. I mean, their defense is legit, and they've won a bunch of games in the fourth quarter. So they of their 11 wins, 9 of them they trailed during the fourth quarter. So here's my bold thing: whoever wins the fourth quarter is going to win the ball game. Next.
Wow.
I know, wisdom. Yeah, ball knower. Mm-hmm.
Besides Jordan Love and Micah Parsons, which Packers player will most impact the amount of success the Packers have on Sunday, Tausch?
Evan Williams. I think what he does and run support, I think Sean Payton is going to look at what the Bears did, what the Carolina Panthers did. He's going to try and run the football and play action pass and get those clean looks for his quarterback. Evan Williams is the key to that, because if you watch, he gets nosy. He is a really good run stuffer. He's a good run support guy. They don't give up big plays, and I think it's because both safeties are willing tacklers and understand what is going on. But you just hope he doesn't get nosy. He needs to be one of those guys that makes one of those big plays. He did last week, and they took it away from him unfairly, in my opinion. He needs to both be that run support guy that helps, but then also make sure he reads it and can make a play or two on some of those play action passes. He is going to be, I think, one of the key players in this game.
I am very eager to see what Josh Jacobs' playing time looks like. He did not practice on Wednesday. He did not practice yesterday.
Should they sit him?
I think they're at least considering it. Again, he had another scan earlier in the week. There is no structural damage beyond the bone bruise in his knee and the bruised quad right above his knee. But it swells up. He's got fluid in there. It's uncomfortable. He wants to play through it, which obviously is right on brand for him. He had said a week ago Thursday that he wasn't going to miss practices. And basically the medical staff said, look, instead of having you practice and then choosing not to play you against Minnesota, how about we flip it? And how about you don't practice, and then maybe you can play on Sunday in Denver, because this ain't J.J. McCarthy. This is a good football team, and they're not going to be able to take the air out of the ball. So I think it all comes down to him, and if he's not available or he's limited, Emmanuel Wilson, who was like a Denver Bronco for like 72 hours. Like, they signed him as an undrafted free agent and then cut him before they even gave him any opportunity.
Oh, revenge game. Love revenge games.
Not a great job by them recognizing a guy that has been a pretty decent player for the Packers. It is the only one with a 100-yard rushing game for Green Bay this season.
Bonus question in the Green and Gold game preview. Will this be the only meeting between the Packers and Broncos this NFL season/postseason?
Yes.
Wait, are you saying that this will be a rematch? You believe
he thinks it's going to be a Super Bowl game?
The CBS is telling us potential Super Bowl preview game Sunday.
They're saying that about a lot of stuff.
No, I don't think so. Just this one.
No, just this one, huh?
Maybe Steelers-Lions next week. They might say it too. I don't know for sure. All right, that question stunk. The Packers beat the Broncos and continue their quest for the number 1 seed in the NFC. If blank. Tausch, you kind of said it already, but what would you fill in that blank with?
Well, I mean, I think there's obviously going to be a ton of things that we can't talk about in this, which is turnovers. But Jordan Love needs to rise up and show what all of us believe is that he's just a much better quarterback than Bo Nix. He's going to be more consistent. He's not going to make any big mistakes. If Jordan Love doesn't make mistakes in this game, I think Green Bay will win. I think it's going to be really hard for Jordan Love not to make a mistake or two. Really, I think that is what this, when you can pressure people and cover, which Denver can do, it makes it really tough. That's why that run game needs to be really important. Jordan Love doesn't need to be perfect. Jordan Love needs to do his job and not turn the ball. I don't think he can, he made the bad throw against the Bears last week. Mm-hmm. Those mistakes typically get you beat in playoff games, and it helped Chicago hang around when maybe you could have throttled them. Mm-hmm. That's going to be the difference. He needs to be markedly better than Bo Nix on Sunday. Like, markedly. He needs to be closer to that MVP than to what we've seen maybe a couple of times this year where he's made some mistakes, and I believe that he'll be able to do that.
Yeah, that's an outstanding answer. I'm going to take the other side of it then.
I'll tell you what, you've been a lot nicer to me since you've seen how good of an axe thrower I am. You came in a little guns blazing with my poker chip deal. Now you're saying, hey, old T, man, you know your ball. You're saying this, you're saying this. And is it a lot to do? Take a look. Is this why? Is this video part of the reason? Look at that right in there. Bam. Boom.
No. And again, honestly, I didn't know it was your zipper on your quarter zip that was making that sound. I legitimately thought Jesse was getting the drawing.
You thought
together.
I was playing with Phil Hellmuth and Phil Ivey? A little match
I thought he was getting. I thought he was.
You caught me, Jason. You caught me. We got a big poker game. Joe,
That's what's
Phil,
going on
and
over
Phil.
there.
Joe Sendick. Yeah, Joe Sendick. Great
It's the
player.
Sendik's Classic Poker Championship down here.
They just set up. They set up a table in the produce section, and you guys are just sitting around eating apples and playing poker.
We're playing for cabbage to make kraut.
For all the cookies.
Yeah. Cookie walk this weekend.
Look, we spent some time talking about Rashan Gary. Obviously, Micah Parsons is always a conversation. He will talk today. He usually talks on Thursdays, but he's talking to reporters today. LVN, Matt LaFleur said he is very questionable still, even though he's taken part in practice on some level each of the last 2 days. I don't think Bo Nix is a developing young quarterback.
Yep.
And that is a process. We saw it with Jordan, and Jordan had 3 years of sitting behind Rodgers before he had to play. All these guys go through it. Some guys like Drake May have accelerated it, right? Some guys like Caleb Williams play for a hack operation 1 year, and then they get a better coach, and while he's got a long way to go before he's the cat's pajamas, he's improved with Ben Johnson. I think Sean Payton, who I still don't think is a better coach than Mike McCarthy, is a really good offensive coach. I think Bo Nix will be a good quarterback in the NFL. He isn't yet. He's had some clutch moments, but I think this is all about the Packers getting after him. We talked so much about the Denver defense today already. I think this is on the Packers defense, to Tausch's earlier point about whichever defense plays better. If they can rattle Nix and get him to turn the ball over, the Packers have not been great at forcing turnovers. They've had a little bit of a bump lately. I think that's the key for them winning. That is our green and gold preview.
Good preview today.
I thought it was too. Yeah.
Well, other than that one dumb question that was an add-on, it was pretty good.
Well,
hey
that
guys,
and the fact that
guys, do you think this could be a Super Bowl matchup? Yeah, I mean, anything could happen.
Is that better? Is that better or worse than the? Did you know the Packers have only won in Denver one time, but you can't talk about it because it's a trivia question?
Yeah, that's a bad tease.
So,
for sure.
Just wondering, are we still letting bygones be bygones, or have we thrown that out the window?
No, I thought we let bygones be bygones. Yeah, we're done with the bygoning today.
Sure.
I thought.
Okay. Just wondering.
Well, let's play some trivia so we can talk about that 2007 game again.
What is the origin of bygones? No, I'm not going to ask any more origin
Stop
questions.
asking about origins of things.
Nelly started with a cakewalk. Jesse, what? Tell us again what this great category is.
I'm
and what
glad
color
you asked,
you'd like.
Jason. Great moments in Packers Broncos history, and the Packers have only won one time in Denver. It's a fun fact as we head into great moments in Packers Broncos history.
So since they've only won one time, are you getting caller 1?
I just picked random number 20. I don't know what you want to pick. If there's a better number you want to go with.
It's fine with me. Caller 20 right now, 844-770-3776, 844-770-3776. Caller 20 plays trivia after Tausch tells us about his ring toss competition at Madison X and how he threw a ring around the Tito's.
Well, you know, I love Tito's. We love football. We love all the fun stuff that entails. And you know what? Holiday parties, you don't know what to bring over. Grab a bottle of Tito's. Get a big group. Bring a handle of Tito's. You want to give a gift? Give that scarf. I got to bring my Tito's scarf back out. But really, you just want to sit back, have that roaring fire with a nice cocktail. And, of course, Tito's will be in that glass because Tito's makes great drinks, but they also give back in a big way, partnering with nonprofits and doing real good in the communities across the country, especially for our four-legged friends. So next time you're raising a glass, make it with Tito's handmade vodka, crafted to be savored responsibly.
Trivia presented by Iron Jock and Cousin Subs with caller 20, 844-770-3776 is next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
Any coach will tell you, games are won in the preparation. The same's true in cybersecurity. Trend Micro helps businesses move from reactive to proactive with cyber risk exposure management. That means real-time visibility into your risks across cloud, email, endpoints, and networks. For over 35 years, enterprises worldwide have trusted Trend Micro to prepare, protect, and perform. Don't wait for the next threat to blow the whistle. Get secure now at trendmicro.com, because the best defense is being ready before the game even starts.
ESPN Wisconsin's Mark Tauscher here with an offer for a bath or shower remodel from Kohler Services. Family owned for 150 years, Kohler is your Wisconsin manufacturer providing care for life. And this month only, get 0 interest financing for 12 months and a free shower door with your Lugstone shower remodel. Visit KohlerServicesWI.com to request your free quote with fast professional installation always included. That's KohlerServicesWI.com.
Looking for the early gift for the basketball fan on your list? This holiday season, Fiserv Forum brings the heat with the Milwaukee Hoop Showdown. Friday, December 19th, the Wisconsin Badgers versus Villanova at 7 p.m. But first, UW Milwaukee takes on South Dakota State at 4. 2 big games, 1 electric night, all under one roof. Check off that holiday list and get your tickets now at FiservForum.com/showdown. The Badgers headline the action on Friday, December 19th, and you don't want to miss it. Visit FiservForum.com/showdown.
This is Eric Brown, owner of Siding Unlimited, letting you know that Siding Unlimited installs Pella windows and doors. That's right, Siding Unlimited installs windows, and we do it really well, earning the prestigious Pella Platinum Premier National Certified Contractor of the Year award 5 times. New windows, our expert team will deliver on a smooth, hassle-free installation, making you feel proud of calling Siding Unlimited for your window project. What's the next step? Call 262-567-4513 or go to sidingunlimited.com.
The pursuit of fair wages and top-of-the-line benefits is achieved when the right union has your back. The Sheet Metal Workers Labor Union is extremely diverse, representing Wisconsinites working HVAC, architectural metals, welding, specialty fabrication, and much more. Make great living wages with outstanding benefits, pensions, and apprenticeship programs in trained, safe working environments. The Sheet Metal Workers Union is a leading force in the revitalization of the labor movement in Wisconsin.
A blizzard of $300 grand in prizes is rolling into Potawatomi Casino Hotel Milwaukee. It's Arctic action. Want in? Step 1, earn entries with your rewards card December 1st through the 18th. Step 2, show up for Thursday drawings. Step 3, be ready for a chance to pick from a weekly prize board. As a bonus, there'll be a jackpot drawing for the leftover prizes. Arctic action, only at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
Looking for a new car, truck, or SUV? Now's the time to buy, because Ewald Automotive Group's year-end sale is here. We're saying yes to the lowest prices of the year on over 1,500 new and pre-owned vehicles. Yes to 0% financing. Yes to maximum trade values. And yes to no payments until 2026. Ewald's year-end sale. Now through year-end. Go to EwaldAuto.com.
To approve credit on select models. Interest accrues from date of purchase. Expires month end.
This fall, make 3rd Street Market Hall your one-stop, must-stop destination to eat, drink, and play. 3rd Street Market Hall has over 15 locally owned food vendors, a self-service beer wall featuring 30 Wisconsin breweries, over 50 HD TVs, and happy hour specials all week. The perfect place to work remotely or catch a game between meetings or over lunch. 3rd Street Market Hall is your home away from home or office. Visit 3rdstreetmarkethall.com for menus, events, and more information.
You're listening to Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella at 855-PELLA-WI or visit online at PellaWI.com/radio.
So this is this is our favorite, right? Of all of our free
this is good.
Free music.
Free music.
Yeah.
Love this one.
And we can let it roll for as long as we want because it's royalty free, right?
Why is that song free? That's a good, catchy tune.
Well, the lyrics are a little sultry the more I listen to them, and I don't know if we.
You look good on me.
The longer we let it play, I don't know. We might be fine on YouTube, but the FCC might have something to say about it.
Okay. I wasn't. In fairness, I wasn't listening to any of the lyrics.
That's
more,
yeah.
Very catchy, no doubt about it.
One of the tough things when we have 2 sets of rules to follow around here now.
That's true.
You're a hero, Jesse. I don't know how you do it.
Thank you for your service.
You're pretty dang good. Pretty good.
I don't know if, much like many other ideas that have never actually gone beyond the ideation stage, if this will ever happen. But I do believe this guy would be the #1 overall seed if we ever had our Wilde and Tausch trivia contest presented, bracket-wise, presented by Iron Jock and Cousin Subs.
Wilde and Tausch Trivia is brought to you by Cousin Subs. Purchase $30 worth of Cousin Subs gift cards this month and receive a certificate for a 7.5-inch sub. And by Iron Jock, performance apparel that actually performs. No stink, just performance. And proudly Wisconsin built. Shop now at ironjock.com.
Jason, if we do pull that off, what's the right number? 32?
128.
No, that's too many.
It's either
32 or 64.
Either 32 or 24 with a first-round bye for 8 teams.
We're not giving buys in truth.
Then 32. Yeah, 32.
Okay. Giving buys. Come on. Guys want to compete. They want to compete.
Who was the coach? Is it Pete Gillen or Skip Prosser? Duke is Duke. They're on TV more than Leave It to Beaver. Is that Skip Prosser?
Never heard of it.
You've heard that quote. I know you have.
I'm telling you I haven't, and why would I lie about that?
Good line.
Is it? By the way, I don't know if I've ever watched an episode. I love old TV. I don't think I've ever watched an episode of
timely
Leave It
as
to Beaver.
Dallas and Andy Griffith and all those. Yeah.
Andy Griffith I watched. That was a good show. Floyd. Barney.
No, I'm sorry.
Thelma Lou. Thelma Lou is all right now. Thelma Lou. Andy did all right.
It is
Whoa,
Pete.
did all right. Who was
it is-
Barney's girlfriend in that show?
It is
Do you
indeed
remember?
Pete Gillen. Let's welcome in our contestant. I'm just
Jason, I
ignoring
asked
you
a
now.
question.
I know.
Who was Barney's girlfriend?
Oh, I'm aware. I'm aware.
Was it Thelma Lou was Andy's girlfriend, or was that Barney's girlfriend?
She got around. I'm not sure. Maybe.
Oh, wow! What the?
Oh,
you can't
snap.
besmirch Thelma Lou. What the blank is going on? That's not what we do here. Jeez. You're telling she was the lady of Mayberry? Like, what the heck is that? Jerry,
Jerry
was ever here?
She was listening to Free Music
besmirch somebody more? Oh my God!
Fictional character, I might add.
What the?
Whoa, Nelly! Jerry, good morning. Welcome. How are you?
Like Otis was getting after Thelma Lou. Otis didn't get after.
I'm doing well. How are you guys?
I was doing all right.
Good, although
till Jason just got after Thelma Lou.
I think I'm going to need some help from whoever Tausch texted thinking it was Homer. I just got a text from a 405 area code that says, "Hey, want to come over? I'm planning to make shrimp scampi." And I'm not making that up. That's on my phone right now. What am I?
Well, you asked what time? What time is the shrimp scampi at?
Seems like some fishing might be going on there. Jerry, if we have a tournament, would you accept your invitation as the number 1 overall seed?
I don't know if I'm number 1 overall, but I'd participate.
Yeah.
I love your humility.
Yeah, he's number 1.
He would be at the top of the list for sure.
Let's see if you are humbled by Jesse's incredible questions that have prevented us from being able to talk about the Packers and Broncos history. Question number 1, Jerry, is this. Before playing the Broncos in Super Bowl 32 in San Diego at the end of the 1997 season, the Packers won the NFC Championship game, which was also played in California, against which opponent? Was it the Los Angeles Rams, the San Francisco 49ers, or Stanford starting 30 minutes after the end of the AFC Championship game?
It's pretty good. Pretty good.
49ers.
Indeed. It's a great picture of Tom Oates in the background of a dejected Steve Young walking off the field at rainy Candlestick 3Com Park.
Oatsy. The GOAT.
Gotta love Oatsy. All right,
Oatsy.
Question 2. Here are the GOAT.
All right, Jerry. Who was Andy Griffith's girlfriend on the Andy Griffith Show?
And did you hear that she got around a little bit?
Wow. Thelma Lou.
Which Packers receiver caught the game-winning 82-yard touchdown reception thrown by Brett Favre with great blocking by the boys up front on a fake 92 bob to beat the Broncos in Denver on Monday Night Football in 2007? Is it Greg Jennings, James Jones, or Donald Lee?
Oh, boy.
It was on the left. Just so you know, it was on the left sideline, our sideline, going to I think the south end zone, 82 yards.
Tirico on the call on Monday Night Football.
Let's go Jennings.
Yes, sir.
So was that the same play that you guys ran in the 09 playoff loss to Arizona, where Rodgers has Jennings open and overshoots him at the start of overtime?
Yeah, I remember. No, that was 99 nude. Getting back to Thelma, that was 99 nude, which is more of a max protection 1 or 2 man route where we're selling the play action hard, and everybody bit and we just missed it.
All right, Jerry, a chance for 3 for 3 on the day. Here it goes. Question 3 is this. Which veteran QB was the starter for the Broncos in Denver's most recent game played at Lambeau Field? A 27-16 Packers win on September 22nd, 2019. Was that quarterback Tyrod Taylor, Andy Dalton, or Joe Flacco?
Oh, boy. I don't remember any of those guys playing for them.
Me neither. That's why I made it the question.
Let's go with Let's go with Flacco.
Wow. That's why he's the number 1 seed.
That's why he's the GOAT.
Number 1.
Jerry, my man. Perfect score,
All right.
3 for 3. You got 4 entries into Friday's drawing. Oh, wait, that's today. Hey, Jesse, do you have those poker chips ready? Because it sounded like that earlier that you were working on.
Let me do it.
Now it's not.
Now you can't do it when you're trying. Oh, there it was.
Yeah,
you got it.
we will do it in a little bit. I want to make sure I don't forget before the end of the show with volleyball going on, so we might do it a little earlier than usual.
It's a good idea. Good thinking. Hey, Jerry, we appreciate you, buddy. Thanks.
Thanks, guys. Love you guys.
Love you, Jerry.
That is Wilde and Tausch Trivia presented by Iron Jock and Cousin Subs. The 10 o'clock hour of Wilde and Tausch, which will include the weekend preview and Rob Demovsky of ESPN.com. And our Steinhoffel Sleepers of the Week is all still ahead. It starts in 2 minutes, so stick around.
Don't go anywhere. Another hour of Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, is coming up next on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Without an Advent clinic nearby, people suffering needlessly from chronic nasal congestion and sinus infections would be stuck with either Band-Aid or Sledgehammer solutions. Band-Aids are pills or nasal sprays, and they're not true solutions. Surgery is a sledgehammer, and that's what we're trying to avoid. Because most people don't need surgery for nose and sinus issues, nor do they want a 14-day recovery. Our unique Advent approach can, in 20 minutes in our office, open your blocked nose for good, with only 1-day recovery. I'm Advent founder Dr. Kandula. Outside of Advent's 4 walls, invasive surgery is what they'll recommend. But here you will find effective and convenient in-office solutions to help you stop the need for Band-Aids and avoid the sledgehammer.
Go to adventknows.com to schedule your appointment, because Advent knows when you breathe well, you live better. Most insurance accepted.
It's ESPN Milwaukee's Brad Nortman here with some exciting news from my friends at Bank 59. Not only have they been named a top workplace for 16 straight years, but they've just won the prestigious Community Choice Award as the best bank in the Milwaukee area. Honestly, I'm not surprised. Not only do they have great products and services, but they truly live out their mission to make lives better. If you're looking for a true local community bank, check out the best. Visit bank59.com to learn more today. Member FDIC.
Buying a new roof might not be the most exciting thing you'll do this year, but for us at Big Fish Contracting, being chosen to do that roof for you not only provides income for multiple families in southeastern Wisconsin, but has a global reach and impact around the world. To us, it's more than just a roof. We've been earning trust for over 2 decades, roofing, siding, windows, and more. Go to bigfishcontracting.com to learn how Big Fish is renovating homes and redeeming an industry.
Gabe Neitzel here. Catch Jen, Gabe, and Chewy mornings 7 to 9 on 94.5 ESPN, WKTI, and WKTI HD, Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
The 10 o'clock hour of Wilde and Tausch begins now. Before we can get to Rob Demovsky from his palatial office at Lambeau Field, it's time for the weekend preview.
Made some special music for this week's weekend preview because I wanted to make sure we were royalty free.
Jesse, I'm nervous.
What?
I think I'm going to go really big with the Iron Jock number today, and I'm nervous how you're going to react.
Are you, though?
No, I am. Because I want to be thoughtful about it.
Then don't do it.
Well, but it's in my head.
What's making you do it?
The trivia we just did.
By the way, on the carbless ESPN Wisconsin talk and text line. List is more. Several people sharing Andy and Helen were the couple. Barney and Thelma Lou were the two who were together.
Barney and Thelma Lou.
Yeah.
Although it sounds like from Jason's point of view, there's a little bit of everybody in Thelma Lou.
Oh, my God.
That was even worse than what I said right there, by the way.
5 games on the football docket this weekend. Which one are you most looking forward to watching besides the Green Bay Packers and the Denver Broncos?
Is Andy Griffith on? Check out Thelma Lou.
Can we move on from Thelma Lou, please?
Yeah, I think we can, yes.
Army-Navy, 2 o'clock on Saturday on CBS, the annual traditional meeting between those two rivals, Army and Navy, 2 o'clock Saturday. Then the NFL slate on Sunday, Browns-Bears, noon on Fox. Bills-Patriots, noon on CBS. And both networks have 325 games this weekend. So the Packers and Broncos, 325 on CBS with Nance and Romo. Big game Burkhardt and Brady and maybe Dean Blandino going to be calling Lions-Rams over on Fox, which is a big one relative to the Green Bay Packers. Might need a 2-TV setup for many of us this weekend. Your Sunday night game is a snoozer. Vikings-Cowboys, 7:20 on Sunday night.
I guess I don't understand the whole blocking unless you're texting the wrong person. Why would the Rams and Lions game and or Green Bay Denver not be the Sunday night game this week? Like, those are obviously better matchups and sexier. Now they're going to both be on. I want to watch the Lions and Rams play. That game has huge implications for the G&G, and I'm not going to be able to because the G&G is playing.
Who do we want to win that game?
Lions.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, no, I told you that earlier in the week.
I'm just making sure we're all on the same page on it.
And then they get the Amazon game next week, the biggest game in the NFC all year. Going to be Seahawks-Rams on a Thursday, Throwback Thursday. Oh, baby. Let's go. Yeah, Lions-Rams, Jesse, for me, it's a no-brainer.
Seems like a slam dunk, yeah.
I'm shocked that it's played at that time. Like, put it on. What is NBC doing? Throw it on Peacock. I might even go get Peacock. That's how good that game's going to be.
You will not.
I would.
Get it for Packers Ravens.
I wouldn't, but I'm being hyperbolic. That's how much Thank you.
Yeah.
I just think that's an important game, and I think most of us are intrigued by how that game shakes out. It's kind of Detroit's Custer. Like, this is the Lions' last stand. They need this game.
On the road at LA.
Yeah, it's going to be tough.
3:25 starts.
There'll be plenty of Honolulu blue out there. You best believe that.
Is Army-Navy still fun? Do you like Army-Navy?
I'd love to go to the game. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't watch that one all that often. I think it'd be an awesome atmosphere to be at, and I respect the heck out of the guys that do that.
Sure.
Oh, God.
No doubt. I mean, thank you for your service, literally.
All the training, and then they still do football, and oh, my God, I can't even imagine. For everybody that complains about, like, having to pick up a second shift for a volleyball producer or doing an extra Wilde and Tausch digi only, just think to what those guys are doing. You know, not putting any names to anything, but that's just, you know what I mean, Jimmy?
A lot of bygoning on the program.
You know what
today.
I mean, Jimmy Halpert or Jesse Nelson?
How am I taking strays looking ahead to the Army-Navy game?
I didn't say you're taking strays. Don't take everything so personal.
Oh, right.
I was talking about Pablo.
Oh, why is he catching that straight up?
I don't know.
Bills Patriots sneaky good game too though.
Nah, Patriots are winning the division either way. Not that big.
Isn't it a Custer?
It'll be a fun game.
Isn't it kind of a Custer for the Bills?
No, I think Buffalo still gets in the playoffs as a 5 or a 6 seed, so I don't think so.
Okay.
Could I make a prediction?
Sure.
The Lions and Bears play in Week 18.
Sunday night game.
Sunday night to get into the playoffs as the 7th seed.
I hope so. That'd be great news for us, if that is indeed the case.
It's going to be my official lock it in prediction.
That's a great take, Jesse. Well executed.
Thank you.
I wouldn't be surprised. Pittsburgh-Baltimore for the division championship, though.
I was going to.
And
that's another good one.
Tampa, Carolina, I think, is week 18 also, right?
Heads Carolina, tails Tampa Bay. Am I right? It's probably not royalty free though.
Do you think?
Well, that version would be.
Do you think they would, if the Packers win and they get the 1 seed, would they put the Packers-Vikings game on Saturday and they'd play 3 Saturdays in a row?
I think that'd be great for everybody. We love Saturday football. We've come to terms with.
Would we know in time for them to do that though?
Yeah, you can do it the week before.
No. Would we know that they're going to get the number 1 seed?
No, they'll have to win out. They'll have to win that game to be the 1 seed.
Right.
But if there's nothing
make sure
else
we're on
on
the same
it,
page.
You want to make sure that lines up because you don't want anybody finding something out and then they don't have to empty their bucket to play.
Right.
So no, Jesse, that's not going to happen, Captain, unless both of those West teams kind of fall apart, or the G&G falls apart.
Well, hopefully not, because they are 1 win away from you guys cashing in your over on 9.5 wins at Hard Rock Casino Rockford.
Oh, that money's spent already. That's in the bank. You can take that. We still doing take it to the bank?
It's been a while since we've played.
It is not spent. I have it right here. I have all 3 slips. They're good to go.
You don't get hyperbole, do you, Jess? You don't get it. But you do get Hard Rock Casino Rockford. I've ridden down with Joe. 60 minutes from the greater Matt. Even with Jesse driving, it's about 60 minutes to the Hard Rock Casino Rockford. Great table games. UU Noodle Bar. Great entertainment. Slots. They got every great sports book Jesse and I are going to clean up on. And a great high-limit room. We're elevating the high-limit room experience to deliver premium table games that are tailored for discerning players. Enhanced game rules, blackjack where the dealer stands on soft 17. You can enjoy the better odds, faster play, and the kind of authentic high-limit action that sets Hard Rock Casino Rockford apart. Your next hand could be your best yet. Visit the high-limit room at Hard Rock Casino Rockford, right off of I-90 on your way down to Rockford. Rediscover your game on your terms, in your rhythm, and with your edge.
God, you do that so well.
Thanks.
You're very good at what you do.
It's about decrescendoing to give a guy an idea. Like my buddy that I hosted with a couple weeks ago. A decrescendo, and I can never tell when he is.
Confidence is very sexy, don't you think?
Whose name you still don't know. His name could have been Jack Palance, for all you know. Another guy who's good at what he does, Rob Demovsky. He joins us next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is
Wilde and Tausch continues next on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
Hey, this is the Fat Jack, and coming off championship weekend, it couldn't be any better. 4-0 sweep on Saturday, 3-1 on Sunday. We were 9-2 last week in football alone. Are you ready? Are you betting on sports? Are you winning? Go to FatJackSports.com. This weekend, $99 for all the football through Monday. Stop guessing. Everything's emailed to you. They're on a personal portal. They will make you money betting on sports at basketball, at UFC, at soccer, and make even more. FatJackSports.com to win today. Are you ready?
We love the Packers. We bleed green and gold. And every time our team takes the field, well, it's pure football bliss. If only there was a way to experience that blissful winning feeling every day. At Associated Bank, we've got you. With 10% off Lambeau concessions and 15% off Pro Shop merch. All when you get Packers checking from Associated Bank. It's how Packers fans keep winning on game day and every day. Associated Bank. Bank of the Packers. Learn more at associatedbank.com/Packers. Member FDIC.
Give the gift of game this holiday season and spread the joy with a Milwaukee Bucks gift card. A guaranteed slam dunk for every fan on your list. Recipients can score tickets to Bucks games and other Fiserv Forum events through the Ticketmaster box office. Shop exclusive gear at the Bucks Pro Shop or get their favorite snack at Fiserv Forum's concessions. It's a big win for both you and them. To purchase a gift card, visit bucks.com/gift cards.
Hey, Wisconsin, it's football season, and that means it's time to break out the Bandito with El Bandito Yankee, the official tequila of game day. 100% Blue Weber agave, all natural and so smooth it's criminal. Try the award-winning Blanco, Reposado, and Yeho, and the new high-proof Plata 47. Ask for El Bandito Yankee at your favorite bar or restaurant and buy it today at Woodman's and Festival Foods. And for tailgates, recipes, and more places for purchase, go to elbanditoyankee.com.
Hey, it's Jason Wilde from Wilde and Tausch, and I've got the perfect gift idea for you. A holiday design gift box filled with all your favorite Kringle flavors from Racine Danish Kringles. No wrapping, no stress, just pure holiday joy. My family and I love it when the Kringle box from Racine Danish Kringles arrives at our house, and you can have it happen too. Go to Kringle.com or call 800-4DANISH to order today. Racine Danish Kringles is the official pastry of ESPN Wisconsin. Racine Danish
at Zbart.
Packers star running back Josh Jacobs has been dealing with a knee injury for several weeks, but has been able to play through it. This week, a little bit of a different story, though, for Jacobs, who hasn't practiced yet and has been dealing with swelling in his knee. Number 8 gives an update.
I definitely didn't get hit on it last game. I did get hit on it in Detroit, but I think it's one of those things where just running or standing too long, it kind of just swelling and things like that. It gets a little stiff on me.
Well, with or without Jacobs, the Packers head to Denver Sunday to take on the 11-2 Broncos and are 2.5-point favorites. Kickoff set for 3:25 Sunday. I'm Alex Stroh.
This has been your Green and Gold Fix on 94.5 ESPN, brought to you by Zbart of Greater Milwaukee.
Do you want your car to shine like a diamond? Then you need Z-Gloss from Zbart. Z-Gloss gives you a mirror finish and protects your paint from everything Mother Nature can throw at it with a 10-year guarantee. Visit Zbart.com for more information.
Harley-Davidson is an iconic Milwaukee brand, recognized worldwide for its innovation and strength. For many years, Harley-Davidson has partnered with Junior Achievement to prepare the future workforce of our community. Together, we're ensuring young people discover the career path that's right for them. To learn more, visit wisconsin.ja.org.
This is Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN, sponsored by American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
You know what that music means? It means it doesn't cost us anything to play this, and we're able to be on Spotify and YouTube. And it means it's time for Rob Demovsky from ESPN.com. Rob, good morning. How are you?
I'm good, guys. How are you?
Good. What'd you think of Jeff Hafley's review of Rashan Gary yesterday?
Oh, wow. We're going right to the heavy-hitting questions.
Indeed.
That was a lukewarm defense of him, I thought. I don't know if you guys played the audio or discussed. Okay, yeah, so we don't have to rehash that. I thought it was a lukewarm, somewhat excuse-laden. Laden's probably too strong of a word. I do think it's always good to get the perspective of the guy, who knows what is supposed to happen on every play, right? And then we obviously can't know that. So I do think we have to give Rashan a little bit of credit or benefit of the doubt. I believe part of the quote was something to the effect of he's playing the run as well as anybody or as well as he ever has or something to that effect. Mm-hmm. I do think that maybe, just the people who just look at the sack numbers, this is a little bit more of a fair and balanced look. But I still think when, and I shouldn't do this because I criticize people for doing it. So I'm just going to make this point, not saying I agree with it, but certain players are, because of their salaries, are expected to do more. And I guess that's it's fair. Although I kind of hate that argument. So I realize I'd be a little bit wishy-washy on that one.
No, because, what does it matter, right? It doesn't matter what people make, Rob.
That's what I said. I did
Versace, it doesn't matter what he makes.
Right here on this program.
Rob, why do you think – I think one of the things that – I don't know if anybody's written this or if anybody's planning on it, but the lack of big plays that this defense has given up, especially in the run. We saw it again with the Bears. Why is that the case? Or do you defer that that's not the case?
That in something this week. I can't remember. It might have been a TV hit, might have been written, but out of that game, going into the game, the Bears last week, they had 54 explosive runs, including 6 of them the previous game against the Eagles. They had 0 against the Packers. Like this was the whole. I got into it with Homer. I'm sure you guys have seen or played the Homer clip where he said last week's second half was embarrassing from a defensive standpoint.
Yeah,
and
I heard it.
I went right at him with that stat, Tausch. I went right at him. I mean, to me, like you're not going to play perfect on every single series. You're going to give stuff up. Like that is the truth. That is reality. But when you take a team that had 54 explosive runs through what would have been 12 games, and you allow 0, like you got to tip your hat, man. You got to give them credit. I think that is that's a real deal right there.
Why is it, Rob? Is it the safeties? Like what would you say if you had a pinpoint? Well, why are we not giving up big plays?
So I think your point about that, Tausch, is it's probably a big part of the safety is probably a big part of it. The linebackers, what it tells you is the guys up front are doing their job, okay, and then it allows the second level guys to fill and make plays. So I don't want to just say, oh, it's the safeties, because without the guys up front doing what they're supposed to be doing, it doesn't allow those guys to free flow in. But you talk about, Evan Williams and Xavier McKinney. McKinney hasn't made the takeaway plays like he did last year, but I don't know if you will find 2 better safeties right now as a combination on one team than those 2. I don't watch enough, of every team to know what every safety combination is, but you'd have a hard time convincing me that there's many better than those 2.
No, Ben Johnson said it last week, and obviously the results dictated that again. We talked a little bit about Josh Jacobs. What's your anticipation? Is he going to play? Is he going to be limited? Yeah. What are you getting kind of the vibe around Lambeau?
I'm sensing it's probably less than 50-50 that he plays, Tausch. That's he's a fairly honest guy with us, I think. And he didn't sugarcoat it or didn't say, I'm definitely playing. He explained that it's a stiffness and a soreness that gets worse as the game goes on. And he said it, that on that 3rd and 2 was a 3rd and 2 run where he went for 21 yards. He's like, I felt it there, and it was bad. It was swollen. I do think it's a good sign that they went in and did another scan on Monday, and it didn't show anything worse than just the swelling and the fluid. But that can be problematic. And part of me wonders, Tausch, is it's just, and maybe you have more experience with this than we do, but like certain days you wake up and it feels better, and other days you wake up and it's just stiff and swollen. Like, so I wonder if it's just going to be sort of how do I feel on Sunday? He may feel good today, may not feel good tomorrow, may feel good Sunday. So that's sort of my anticipation with this, is it's kind of just how it feels, how it's swollen, what kind of mobility he has when he wakes up in Denver on Sunday.
Rob, we were both there talking to him yesterday, and he had said a week earlier, I'm not going to miss practice. I'm not going to change the way I play. Now he missed 2 practices. I'm guessing he'll go out. I'm guessing you'll go out there and he'll probably do something today, right? Like individual drills or something.
Well, it's hard. Yeah, it's hard to know because all we see today is stretch on Friday. So, not to interrupt, but like the last 2 days when we've been in there for stretch, he's just been riding the bike, and then he has not jumped into the individual drills. Now, if he's in the stretch line, that maybe is a sign that he's going to do a little bit more today.
So the question I have is, this isn't, hey, we think we can beat the Vikings without Josh Jacobs.
No.
This and because of how the schedule falls, this is, even though it's out of the division and out of the conference, it's an important game. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I'm very curious to see how they handle him.
Yeah, and here's the thing, Jace. Like, it's now the time of the season that you have to scoreboard watch a little bit too. And if the Packers go out to Denver and lose, And the Bears play Cleveland. Now we all saw Cleveland is capable of beating these guys, but if that happens this week, we're right back in the same situation we were in the past week going into next week's Saturday game in Chicago. Like, they're right back where we started. And not to say that win over the Bears wouldn't mean anything, but it means a little bit less. It's important, obviously, that they got it. But, if they lose this week and the Bears win, which I expect that they will, then, now we're in for, a fight again. And it's even more important. Whereas if you both win, you have a little bit more leeway going in the final 2 weeks of the season.
Rob Demovsky of ESPN.com joins us, and you can read his piece today on ESPN.com. And he drops a Goldilocks and the Three Bears reference in his lead.
Wow.
Was that the porridge? James, I very rarely get writer's block or have trouble coming up with something. And I knew what I wanted to do with that story about how much Jordan has improved his accuracy on deep balls. And I don't just mean, this isn't just the go routes, chuck it and hope. I'm talking about, the intermediate long stuff. He's gotten so much better at. But I struggled to come up with a lead. Tausch, I fancy myself as a pretty good reporter, but I'm not the writer, the wordsmith that Jason is. So I think the lead on this was lame, but I couldn't come up with anything else.
Yeah, no, Jason said the same thing.
I didn't. I liked it. I got a kick out of it. I enjoyed it. Don't put words in my mouth. So here's my question. The premise, because I heard you asking the questions this week about this. Give people an idea of what inspired this and kind of what you found so they'll go read it.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little bit obviously based on the two long touchdowns that he had this week, and then the previous week in Detroit, he had two long ones. Going into the Detroit game, he had 0 touchdowns on the season on throws of 20 yards or more, and he has had 2 of them in back-to-back games. And I wanted to look at if that was, just those were 4 just good plays, or if that was emblematic that they've hit on more throws. And obviously this will not come as a huge surprise, but the return of Christian Watson, has played a huge part of it, although not all of those throws were to Christian Watson. But his accuracy on those throws, his completion percentage has been so much higher this year and even higher on the, since week 8 when Watson came back. But they've had 13 passes that traveled 20 completions.
Hello.
Sorry. 13 completions of 20 yards or more since Watson's come back, and it's been to 6 or 7 different guys. Now, Watson has 4 or 5 of them, but everybody has one of them. Even Matthew Golden had one, and we haven't heard much from him lately. So it's it's an interesting look at sort of how Jordan has improved as he's gone along. His numbers are even better on the deep throws than they were during that great stretch of 2023 when he was just unreal down the final 8 games. And the off-target percentage, again, I don't know how they judge this, but it's an NFL next-gen thing. His off-target percentage went from 34% off-target before Watson came back to 19% since Watson's been here, and that's a big difference.
So, and I would, on the flip side of your story, I also think that you have to feel good about the fact that they also had a successful play where he got the ball out of his hand, and I think Watson caught the ball 6 yards downfield and then took it the rest of the way.
And went 21.6 miles an hour, which was the fastest Packers ball carrier since Watson did it 2 years ago on a run. I believe was it against the Bears where he had that touchdown run, and he was 21.7 on that one. So, I mean, not just the fastest for Watson, but the fastest of any Packer in 2 years.
So that leads to my question. And again, you were there in Denver. I was there because I was back when I traveled, when Greg Jennings had the touchdown, the only time they've won in Denver. But you were also there when they went out there in 15, I think it was, and Aaron Rodgers finished with 77 passing yards. Bulaga brought up that game. That was ugly against Peyton Manning. So I don't know what's going to happen on Sunday because this is a legit defense that they're going to be facing. We've heard it all week. But do you feel like the Packers' offense is in the best place it's been, obviously without Tucker Kraft? And what does that make you think about them moving forward, heading toward the playoffs?
Yeah, and here's what I think you would probably like or should like about the Packers and this matchup. Denver's defense is obviously, we talk about this, the yardage totals, the pressures and the sacks they get. But here's why the matchup could be favorable to the Packers in this sense, because the Broncos play more man coverage than anyone in the league. They're man 55% of the time, according to the ESPN numbers. And Jordan Love has like the third or fourth best passer rating or QBR against man coverage of any quarterback in the league this season. So that would tell you that, the Broncos, they may be really good at what they do, but Jordan Love's really good against the types of things that they do. So I do think that's a good sign for the way they might be able to attack the Broncos, even though that defense is outstanding. Jordan Love's really good against man coverage.
Yeah, if they can protect and do that, that's going to be that's what this game's going to come down to, right?
Yeah, but Tausch, don't you think the offensive line the last 3 or 4 or 5 weeks has maybe been as good as it's been all year? And obviously it's not just the offensive line, but it's the tight ends and the running. But there's been some great blitz pickups this year. So I think that pass blocking unit has probably found its stride a little bit.
So Rob, what do you think happens on Sunday?
I've tried to get out of the prediction business.
I know you have. That's why I asked you.
Because it comes back to bite me. But, the thing that I think about the Broncos is when you've won 10 games in a row, and that's twice as long as the current next longest active winning streak. I think the Texans have won 5 in a row. The Packers are next with 4. Like, that's a real thing. Like 10 in a row, you whether you're winning close games or you're blowing people out, you think you can win, right? You walk into the stadium pretty confident. I think that's worth a couple of points. I do think that Packers have a really good shot for all the reasons that we talked about. But I think this is probably their hardest game to date this season. So it's a cop-out answer. I guess I think it's a little bit of a 50-50 game. I'm not saying, the Packers can't win. I think it's just going to be, they're going to have to play their best game.
No doubt.
Rob, we will let you get ready for Matt LaFleur at the podium. Safe travels to I'll see you a little bit later this afternoon, so I guess I don't have to say that. But make sure you prepare for the altitude. I hear it's a factor for beat writers as well.
Real quick, Josh Jacobs had a great point about it. I don't know if you asked the question or someone did, that having obviously played in that division. He said the most important thing is to get a strong pregame workout so you can get right to your second wind. And I remember from when I used to ski out there, like that first half a day skiing, your lungs feel different. And I'm not the finely tuned athlete, but I was a pretty fair skier in my day and was a little bit reckless in the days that we didn't even wear helmets back then skiing. And you could feel it that first half of the day. And so I thought Josh Jacobs' point about how you got to really go hard in pregame so that you get that segment of it out of the way and you get your second win basically when the game starts.
How have I known you for 30 years and I didn't know you were a big skier?
I was as into skiing in my late teens and 20s as I am now about golf. Like I had all the ski magazines, would watch those Warren Miller ski films. My spring break trips in high school and college were all ski trips. I was hardcore into skiing and then got into golf after that. So see, you learn something every day.
God, and I thought just knowing that you'd been a bat boy for the Chicago White Sox was the most important.
If I didn't get a job out of college, I was going to move to Colorado and just like be a ski bum or a ski patrol guy for as long as I could. But unfortunately, I got a job right away and never did it.
They would make so much fun of me if I compared Josh Jacobs to me bowling or anything like that. I can't believe you're just gonna get away with saying, "Oh, it's like when I went skiing out in Colorado."
You bowl out there at the altitude.
I've never had to battle the altitude bowling, but I'm sure it would be a factor if it ever came to it.
The ball probably travels faster or goes farther or something, right?
The oil breaks down at a different rate. Yeah,
is that what it is? Okay.
Well, Rob, you won't be able to ski. You won't have time, but you will enjoy 62 degrees for kickoff when we're here in the sub-zero temperatures. Yeah. Thanks. We'll see you later today.
All right. Have a good one. We'll be seeing you.
That is Rob Demovsky of ESPN.com. You can read his story about Jordan Love's accuracy on down-the-field throws on ESPN.com. Tausch, are you a big skier? Do you have a lot of skiing in your history? I've never skied.
I'm going to tell you this. I don't have a ton of regrets. That's one thing. I wish I had skied because my kids ski now. I wish my knee. There are a lot of things you can wish in one hand and hope in the other and poop in the other and whatever it is.
Indeed.
That is one thing that I wish I had done because skiing is awesome. It's everything you'd want it to be. And unfortunately, it's never been part of my repertoire. And that irritates me, but that's life.
Does Iron Jock make ski gear? Because I bet it would be high quality, keep you warm and stretchy while you're going down the mountain.
No doubt. If you're looking for the perfect holiday gift or you just want to upgrade your own gear, ski gear, whatever it might be, you need to check out this great holiday sale going on right now at Iron Jock. You know, I'm a big believer in their performance apparel. It's tough, it's comfortable, and thanks to their exclusive silver ion technology, it actually fights odor, which, let's be honest, we all appreciate during the holiday season. Right now, you'll find great deals across their entire lineup, hoodies and tees and shorts and more. Don't wait. Stock up for the holidays and save big at ironjock.com. That's ironjock.com. Jesse, are we giving away a tumbler today or not?
We are. Let's do a tumbler.
Oh, boy. Gosh. Here's what I'm thinking, and tell me I'm crazy. We're going to set a record today. Are we all right doing that, or is it going to be too much?
You do whatever you want to do, whatever your heart
Caller
desires.
207, because the last time we won was 2007 out there. Your trivia question, I'm not going to go crazy and go 2007. I avoided a 0 and put 207. I was nervous about it, but that's what I feel like. If that's crazy, so be it. But caller 207 will win an Iron Jock tumbler today. Again, 844-770-3776. Caller 207 to win an Iron Jock tumbler. I'll tell you what, I got mine, and it is worth it. It is a beautiful thing. Caller 207 at 844-770-3776. Jerk store, Jason? Was that jerk store-ish? Because I wasn't trying to.
It is undeniably jerk store. Remember, the official record, because he did not get the last 200 and whatever one done before the start of the next segment. Riley Yauk did 140.
Yeah.
For your number that you were given when you arrived on campus as a Wisconsin Badger.
Yep,
and he thought he could have gotten 10 more in the break.
Yeah.
I don't think we should surpass any projection of what you can get done in a 4.5-minute commercial break.
Well,
Jesse's not even getting a head start right now.
Here's the deal. I saw Riley at the company Christmas party last night, holiday party. And
did you ask him about that whole thing?
I think Riley said he'd help out. So there we go. In fairness, it's Jesse's fault. 2007. I wasn't going to go 702.
Jesse's. In no way.
I couldn't go 702, and I couldn't go 2007. That's crazy.
In no way is it Jesse's fault. You could have done 82 for the 82-yard touchdown pass that won the game.
I could have.
That would have given streamers a chance, but you didn't. All right, caller 207. Not only good luck to you as the callers, but more importantly, good luck to Jesse and our friends at Iron Jock. More next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
Wilde and Tausch is presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella at 855-PELLA-WI or visit online at PellaWI.com/radio.
Ho, ho, my back.
Santa?
Ho, ho, Gina Della from Pella. You've been a good girl this year.
Is that why you're in here building new windows?
Santa's doing OT.
Let me make a call.
frighteningly fast pellet team at your service. Let us take it from here, Mr. Claus. And Gina, next time.
I know. Ask for a Pella gift card. Right now, at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, get 0% interest for 24 months. Visit PellaWI.com.
Certain restrictions apply. It's 12/31/2025.
Did you forget the first day of school is this week and little Nancy still needs her name embroidered on her backpack? Or the company shirts are due now, not next week? Maybe the boss just declared Steve's retirement party is today and the shirts are mandatory? Whatever the rush, Big Frog Custom T-shirts and more in Mequon has got you covered with fast turnarounds, no minimums, eco-friendly printing, and high-quality custom apparel. Big Frog brings your custom ideas to life fast. Stop by Big Frog in Mequon or visit bigfrog.com/Mequon. Big Frog Custom T-shirts and more, where your ideas leap to life.
My husband's an animal in bed.
Well, you know.
Not in the fun way. Think warthog. With a chainsaw.
Snoring and sleep apnea affect over 90 million people, and 1 out of 4 couples sleep in separate rooms. Advent can help. We've been Milwaukee's one-stop solution for nasal congestion, snoring, and sleep apnea for over 20 years. Unlike many other practices, we focus exclusively on these conditions, so you get comprehensive care under one roof. Advent's unique approach can help you breathe and sleep better, and many avoid a CPAP. Plus, most insurance is accepted for our effective 20-minute in-office treatments.
Hey, the only animal you want in your bed is your dog.
Advent. Sleep better. Sleep together. Learn how you can improve your life at adventknows.com.
There are 12 months in the year.
12 hours on the clock.
12 signs of the zodiac.
12 days of Christmas.
12 apostles.
And 12 wow items at Kessler's.
And 12 wow items at Kessler's.
And a partridge in a pear tree.
One of the coolest wow items is only $48.
It's a paperclip chain made out of gold-plated sterling silver.
Very cool. And just $48.
We have wow tennis bracelets for just $1,998.
Wow 10-carat tennis necklaces.
Wow engagement rings.
A wow toggle heart bracelet.
And it's just $168.
Wow diamond pendants.
And a fantastic wow snowflake pendant in sterling silver.
With blue color-enhanced diamonds. Blue!
And it's just $163. Kessler's is the place to be for you and me.
And blue diamonds are you diamonds.
The thing is wow. The time is now.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
For the location of the Kessler's nearest you and our holiday hours, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
Big ideas deserve a big story and the right audience. At Saturn Lounge, we bring your marketing to life with branding, websites, digital marketing, and video storytelling that stands out from the crowd. Whether it's a TV spot, a campaign, or content built to connect, Saturn Lounge is where strategy meets creativity. From the first spark of an idea to the final cut, we're here to make your message shine across every platform. Ready to make your marketing a success? Step into the spotlight with Saturn Lounge, your launchpad for bigger, better marketing. To tell the world your story, visit SaturnLounge.com today.
This season, give gifts that are always a win. Island Resort and Casino gift cards, gaming and dining, poolside fun, and overnight stays. Gift cards unlock endless island adventures, like championship golf rounds on Sweetgrass and Sage Run, a blissful escape to the Drift Spa, and an unforgettable evening in the Island Showroom. To buy Island Resort and Casino gift cards, stop by the Island Club or call 877-ISL-SHOW now.
You're listening to Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
Congratulations to Jesse Nelson, who against all odds sets a new league record for taking Iron Jock calls and getting them done. Because the other time we did this one, it was like 2:25 or whatever you did. You didn't get it done in the break. And if you don't get it done in the break, it doesn't count.
Oh, we didn't. Did we ever go that high? This is the new record, right?
No, you did go over. It was like 225.
You did like 240 with Justin when we were going to Justin Garcia.
Yeah, that's true.
Now, I didn't get the information yet. So
but you've got your caller.
We have our winner on the line. Yeah. So
congratulations.
Jesse, I'm going to tell you this. So Riley Yauk is a young whippersnapper, right? He's got the enthusiasm. He brings it. I'm starting to question Riley. He seemed like 150 was his max. And Jesse is blowing by it. Here's the old veteran that's just saying, I don't want to do this.
Old warhorse.
But I just am so good that I can still do it, and I'm not going to make it a big deal. He's like what's the dude that came out in Major League and pitched, he Vaselined it up.
Eddie Harris. Yeah, Eddie Harris. Vaseline ball. KY ball is short.
He's Eddie Harris. He's going to find a way. He ain't going to be real happy about it, but he's going to grease himself up, and he's going to go get this thing done. And he did it.
He also believes he could play second base for a full inning for the Madison Mallards.
That's very true.
We'd be fine for one inning, yeah.
Dude, I want to see you turn a double play ball at second base for the Madison Mallards. So we'll keep working on that, along with your 300 bowling adventure when your arm is going to fall off. So congratulations to whoever our nameless winner is, who Jesse will find out about next. Riley is already eager to fill in for Jesse. So Jesse, I'm sure you have some days off coming. Make sure one of them's on an iron job.
Riley might get that request sooner than he thinks, depending on how some things shake out next week. So we'll see what happens. Yeah.
Well, you've been on a long stretch of being on the show, so it's about time. Much like it's time for the Broncos to lose a game. All right. We need to get to our Steinhoffel Sleepers of the Week coming up. I need to remind you that time is running out on our jingle for your Kringle content.
Whoa.
The deadline, today is Friday. The deadline is Sunday.
Sunday.
Good reference.
Thanks.
From The Simpsons. We've gotten a bunch of entries. My friend John Kerry, the father figure of mine that I love dearly, even submitted one to me that I don't think he was expecting to get into the contest, but now I'm going to submit it for him at jingleforyourkringle.com. He's eligible. He's not an employee. I won't be able to judge his because I'll be biased, but you can get in on this and you can win Kringle for a year from Racine Danish Kringle. All you got to do is go to the website, jingleforyourkringle.com, upload your jingle, 60 seconds or less, include their signature phrase. It's not just a treat, it's a tradition in your song, and then you're entered. And you can win Kringle for a year. It's one of our favorite things we do every holiday season. It'll be your chance to win from Racine Danish Kringle and ESPN Wisconsin. And if you want to celebrate the holidays with Racine Danish Kringle, but you don't want to sing, it's easy. Make the call to them, 800-4-DANISH, or go to Kringle.com. Place your order, that peppermint brownie Kringle. We've got it in the garage freezer. We're excited to unveil it for the holidays. You can purchase that, or everyone's favorite in our house is almond. That's the number one ranked. That's the Jerry and the Prairie of the Kringle
raspberry
in our house.
Raspberry.
We will do our headline. No, we're doing our headlines later. We will do our Steinhoffel Sleepers of the Week.
Got a draw. We got a draw. Let's get a winner. Let's get a trivia winner. Jay.
Jesse, do you have the poker chips? Because I don't hear them.
No, I've been busy the entire commercial break.
What do you mean you've been busy? See that?
That's Rich. Stop that. Getting sultry over there. Thelma Lou.
I was just gonna say, what are you, Thelma Lou? Unzipping? We'll draw our winner. We'll draw our winner, and we'll do our Steinhoffel Sleepers of the Week next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
The pursuit of fair wages and top-of-the-line benefits is achieved when the right union has your back. The Sheet Metal Workers Labor Union is extremely diverse, representing Wisconsinites working HVAC, architectural metals, welding, specialty fabrication, and much more. Make great living wages with outstanding benefits, pensions, and apprenticeship programs in trained, safe working environments. The Sheet Metal Workers Union is a leading force in the revitalization of the labor movement in Wisconsin.
Let's get the latest from Lambeau. This is your Green and Gold Fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Z-Bart of Greater Milwaukee. Why Z-Bart? Because you don't want rust holes in your expensive vehicle. Let Z-Bart keep the rust away with professional rust protection. Only at Z-Bart.
Packers star running back Josh Jacobs has been dealing with a knee injury for several weeks, but has been able to play through it. This week, a little bit of a different story, though, for Jacobs, who hasn't practiced yet and has been dealing with swelling in his knee. Number 8 gives an update.
I definitely didn't get hit on it last game. I did get hit on it in Detroit, but I think it's one of those things where just running or standing too long, you kind of just swelling and things like that. It gets a little stiff on me.
Well, with or without Jacobs, the Packers head to Denver Sunday to take on the 11-2 Broncos and are 2.5-point favorites. Kickoff set for 3:25 Sunday. I'm Alex Stroh.
This has been your Green and Gold Fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Z-Bart of Greater Milwaukee.
Do you want your car to shine like a diamond? Then you need Z-Gloss from Z-Bart. Z-Gloss gives you a mirror finish and protects your paint from everything Mother Nature can throw at it with a 10-year guarantee. Visit zbart.com for more information.
There's a holiday gift out there that everyone loves. It's compact, tasty, and one size fits all. It's a Cousin Subs gift card. Make your life a little easier. Give your friends and family a better gift this holiday season. Purchase $30 in gift cards today at your favorite Cousin Subs location and receive a certificate for a free 7.5-inch sub. Oh man, that's the gift that keeps on giving. Cousin Subs. We believe in better.
Hey, it's Jason Wilde from Wilde & Tausch, and I've got the perfect gift idea for you. A holiday design gift box filled with all your favorite Kringle flavors from Racine Danish Kringles. No wrapping, no stress, just pure holiday joy. My family and I love it when the Kringle box from Racine Danish Kringles arrives at our house, and you can have it happen too. Go to Kringle.com or call 800-4DANISH to order today. Racine Danish Kringles is the official pastry of ESPN Wisconsin. Racine Danish Kringles, it's not just a treat, it's a tradition. Visit Kringle.com.
Every great team starts with a strong defense, and the same's true in business. That's why companies trust Trend Micro for cybersecurity. From ransomware to phishing to the most advanced cyber threats, they help protect your network, your data, and your people. With over 35 years of expertise, Trend Micro has built a defensive playbook trusted by enterprises worldwide. Your business works too hard to get blindsided. Go to trendmicro.com and see how enterprise security is done right. That's trendmicro.com.
This holiday season, imagine a home that feels safer, cozier, and truly yours. Hey, I'm Brad Nortman, and I know how much it means when your home finally works the way you've always hoped. Lifetime Home Services helps families create that comfort, from cleaner air and radon safety to organized closets and smart home automation. It's all about making your home feel better every day. Mention this ad during your consultation for 10% off. Plus, earn credits towards future home projects with our end of the year special. Start creating a home that feels good to live in at lifetimehomeservices.com.
Do you worry about how much someone drinks?
Do you feel neglected or unloved? If you answered yes to any of these questions, you are not alone.
Al-Anon and Alateen can help. Call 1-866-200-0223 or visit alanon.org/help.
You're listening to Wilde & Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella at 855-PELLA-WI or visit online at PellaWI.com/radio.
A little bit of breaking news from Matt LaFleur's press conference. He is at the podium currently, and as some on the panel predicted, Matt LaFleur says Josh Jacobs will practice today in a limited fashion. Quoting Matt LaFleur now via Rob Demovsky on Twitter. Quote, it sounds like he's feeling pretty good.
Good.
So
it's real good.
Josh Jacobs, obviously very important to what the Packers do, regardless of what Josh DiMaggio might think. Jesse, are you ready to draw today's or this week's trivia winner before we get to our Steinhoffel Sleepers of the Week?
I am, and a quick reminder as I do so.
Wilde and Tausch Trivia is brought to you by Cousin Subs. Purchase $30 worth of Cousin Subs gift cards this month and receive a certificate for a 7.5-inch sub. And by Iron Jock, performance apparel that actually performs. No stink, just performance. And proudly Wisconsin built. Shop now at ironjock.com.
This is the sound that everyone hates that Tausch is. It actually is pretty similar.
Thank you very much. Thank you. But I'm letting bygones be bygones.
Yes, let bygones be bygones, and let Kurt in Monroe on a Wisconsin Geography Perfect Wednesday be our trivia winner this week. Nicely done, Kurt in Monroe.
Nice job, Kurt. Who won the Tumbler caller 2, whatever we ended up going with?
That was Michael in East Troy. Congratulations
Good
to
win
Michael
for
in
Michael,
East Troy.
too.
Yeah,
nice job.
All kinds of winners on Wilde and Tausch.
People really win on Wilde and Tausch. Now it's time. I understand that Tausch has. I don't know what exactly where we stand on the Steinhoffel Sleepers of the Week in terms of judgment and who wins and who doesn't.
AFC Analytics just tweeted that we're all tied.
Exactly. With 4 games to play in the regular season, 26 points for all 3 of us. Tausch doesn't trust their work, even though.
No, we never remotely close to hired them. 565 was hired, and then they were, I guess you could say, unceremoniously let go. And they have taken, just like Costanza, the girlfriend of his in the one episode, they don't take no for an answer. They have kept fighting, and I respect the resiliency of whatever this new firm is called.
Who do you, because this is crunch time, 4 weeks to go. Who do you want to judge our playoff run? It's fantasy football playoff weeks across the land. This could be our Steinhoffel Sleeper of the Week playoff run. We're all in contention. Who do you want to be the official arbiter for the final 4 games of the season?
Well, Geriad has done a good job with. What is that? What's that going on back there? There's noise. Geriad did a great job when he was. I don't know if he's part of this Richmond deal too. I don't know who else is.
You fired him from 565.
I did. I let him go. I didn't fire him. I let him go. I don't know. What are you shrugging for?
You didn't fire him. You let him go.
Yeah. I never really hired him.
Do you think he felt? Do you think he felt that he was just simply let go from his volunteer job? Given the reaction Geriad delivered with rebranding the company without you and continuing to volunteer?
Yeah,
he felt like he was let go.
I don't know. Unfortunately, a lot of times I love exit interviews. I think they're important. We couldn't figure that piece of it out. So I'm gonna. I don't know, Jesse. I've washed my hands of it. I'm just going to continue to put my Steinhofflers out there, and we'll let the chips fall where they may.
That's so lame.
It's just lame.
Well, what do you want me to say? I don't have I fired the team, and then they just rebirthed it, and they're putting it out there, and you're giving it credence. I don't know what else.
Do you want to have Vinny and the boys pick it in the morning on the morning news? Do you want to have Hunter pick it? Do you want to have Pablo come in and pick it? Do you want to have Jim, Matt, and Molly pick the winner?
No. If you fire people that volunteered out of the goodness of their dumb old hearts, you don't get to choose who decides. He's done. He's out. He's out. It's over. AFC Richmond Analytics will continue to be the official arbiter of the winner or the loser of each week's Steinhoffel Sleepers of the Week, and it is time now to choose them.
Don't sleep, you gotta stay up.
Hey there, sleepyhead. Wakey, wakey.
Okay, campers, rise and shine.
It's time for the Steinhoffel Sleepers of the Week on Wilde and Tausch.
It is time for the Steinhoffel Sleepers of the Week, and Tausch goes first.
Yeah, had a couple of names that were jumping out at me. A tight end. I think this could be a big play-action pass game. Not going to go Musgrave because I'm just not. And even with that glowing report you just gave of Josh Jacobs that he's going to practice, he's feeling better, and the odds of him playing seem to have ticked up a little bit when Matt LaFleur just gave his little presser. I'm going to go back to Emmanuel Wilson. I think he's going to get the Lions' share of the carries. And I think he's going to have a good afternoon, good enough to propel me in what is a very tight, according to the new analytics firm that I have nothing to do with. I think Emmanuel Wilson's going to be my Steinhaffel's sleeper of the week.
Indeed, you have nothing to do with them because you fired them. Jesse, who are you taking?
I want to go on the defensive side of the ball because I think this is going to come down, as you guys both said, to forcing turnovers and some big defensive plays. So the question is, who will that be? And I'm going to go with... I want to go with someone up front, but I don't know who could have the biggest impact based on what the Broncos do. So I'm going to go Colby Wooden. Colby Wooden is going to be my Steinhaffel sleeper of the week. If he comes up with a big play, forces a turnover,
force a fumble,
sounds like a win to me. So let's go with it.
I am working on a story about how the tight ends have all kind of found their niche in the offense now.
Except for Chipotle Ben. He didn't.
No, he is not. No. Wonder how he's doing. Got to check his stats with the Minnesota Vikings. I am going to take my guy Fitzy, John Fitzpatrick.
That's a good pick.
See if he gets an opportunity to do something positive in this one. I can tell you this is very positive. This season, you can bring home the joy with Steinhaffel's 12 Days of Christmas sale. Right now, save 10% or more throughout the store, and you can pay later with 18-month 0% financing. Plus, check out incredible holiday deals like a queen mattress for just $299 and sofas and queen beds for only $399. Get more holiday for less during Steinhaffel's 12 Days of Christmas sale. You can shop in-store or online anytime at steinhaffels.com. And if you want to get a few more decorations for your holiday parties, like we're hosting one on Saturday, tomorrow, Steinhaffels has great decor to go along with all the great furniture and beds and dinettes and everything else you might need. Check out steinhaffels.com to find out more. The 11 o'clock hour of Wilde and Tausch starts in 2 minutes, so stick around.
Don't go anywhere. Another hour of Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, is coming up next on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Mark Tauscher here for Iron Jock. As a former athlete, I've worn just about every type of workout gear there is, and nothing compares to Iron Jock. Their performance apparel is built to fight sweat, odor, and bacteria, keeping you feeling fresh no matter how hard you push. From the gym to the pickleball court, Iron Jock keeps you dry, comfortable, and confident. Right now, you can get 40% off your Iron Jock gear. Use code CHRISTMAS40. That's CHRISTMAS40 for 40% off your order. Shop now at ironjock.com.
It's time for the Marquette Minute on 94.5 ESPN. This Marquette Minute is brought to you by Buffalo Wild Wings. Buffalo Wild Wings is the official viewing party location for Marquette road games this season.
The Golden Eagles fell 96-76 on the road against in-state rival Wisconsin on Saturday afternoon. Freshman Adrian Stevens led Marquette with a career-high 15 points, adding 5 rebounds and 4 assists in 27 minutes. The Golden Eagles struggled to get shots to fall, opening 2 for 16 from the field and finishing 9 for 23 from 3. Here's head coach Shaka Smart after the game.
When we miss certain shots around the basket or open threes or even free throws, some of our guys tend to at times get deflated.
The Golden Eagles will now turn their attention to a big road matchup at Purdue on December 13th.
This Marquette Minute has been brought to you by Buffalo Wild Wings. The next watch party of the season will be Saturday, December 13th at 1 p.m. at the Oak Creek Buffalo Wild Wings. Check out the Golden Eagles watch party schedule at gomarquette.com/BWW.
Brighten up your home, workplace, or event with flowers and trust Welke's Milwaukee Florist to be your local florist. Welke's is family-owned and has delivered beauty for customers and businesses for well over 100 years. Join Welke's flower subscription so your home is always fresh, or discover the benefits of creating a corporate account and leave the work to them. Welke's Milwaukee Florist has locations in Elm Grove and at 56th and North in Milwaukee. Go to welkes.com, that's WELKES.com for more info and to place an order.
Hey, this is Homer. You're listening to the home of Marquette basketball. 94.5 ESPN is WKTI and WKTI HD Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
The 11 o'clock hour of Wilde and Tausch begins now. I am very curious now to see what happens with Josh Jacobs on Sunday, especially after Tausch took Emmanuel Wilson as his Steinhoffel sleeper of the week. You can be feeling pretty good, but with the swelling and fluid and everything he keeps dealing with that bruised knee, that can turn quickly on him. So I'm very eager to see how that plays out for him. And I'm eager to see if Tausch picks Emmanuel Wilson for his prize picks of the week, presented by Prize Picks.
That's obnoxious. Our prize picks of the week for the Green Bay Packers and the Denver Broncos. By the way, we are underway in Austin, Texas, Indiana, and Texas on ESPN. Packed house in the gym in Austin at 11 a.m. on a Friday to see their Longhorns, the number 1 seed, playing in the first of the 2 semifinal games here today. Just thought I'd pass that along for the group. Volleyball.
Yep. It's good. Good drop.
Wisconsin,
Nicely
Stanford
done.
later today.
Yep.
Jordan Love. We've been on a little bit of a heater on Prize Picks lately, so we're feeling pretty good. We've been pretty accurate the last couple of games.
Been cooking.
Let's see if we can do even better this week. Jordan Love, more or less than 223.5 passing yards. 223.5 against the Broncos defense.
More. I think he's going to throw it. I think you're going to have some big plays. But it just feels like Jordan's kind of he's finding it. And the big plays are coming. And as Rob Demovsky mentioned, they play a lot of man-to-man. You know what happens in a lot of man-to-man? We saw it last week. Deuces big plays. 223 is not a big number. I like the more for that for Jordan Love.
I feel like Tausch has called this game sludge match.
Yep.
If it's going to be sludged up, I think 223, I would go less.
Ooh, okay.
I'm sorry that I can't agree on that choice.
We have not been good at identifying Jordan Love passing yards throughout the season. I've veered away from that category the last couple of weeks, and we've had more success. So maybe we stay away from that one, and let's do this one instead, maybe. Bo Nix, more or less than 22.5 completions. He's hit that number 3 games in a row, 23 or more. 22.5 completions for Bo Nix against the Packers defense. What do we think, Tausch?
I'm going to go less, even though I think it's going to be a Charlie check down game for him.
Uh-huh.
I think they are going to really focus on pounding the football. I feel like every time Sean Payton, and again, it's a whole different animal. You got Micah Parsons, different defensive coordinator. Always feels like Sean Payton has something from a run game standpoint. He's got his young back now with Dobbins being hurt. I think they're going to take the ball out of Bo Nix's hands as much as they can and try and run it and play action it. Going to go less, 22.5.
I am Team Tausch on this one. I agree. Less.
All right. Micah Parsons, who I don't know if I've asked you any Micah Parsons Prize Picks questions yet this year. I've not been sure exactly how to handle that, but he's been so good lately. More or less than 0.75 sacks. So does he get one total sack against Bo Nix and the Broncos on Sunday?
Yes, I think he'll get more than one. He has been so good. And I know, we had Dino on yesterday to talk about sacks or to talk about holding penalties and Micah. The Denver Broncos O-line, I think their tackles are good players. Micah's better. And they're not going to leave him one-on-one, but he will find some spots and find an opportunity. And to only one sack, if it was 1.25, I'd probably go less. 0.75, I'm going to go more.
Yeah, I was actually just about to ask you that. So if he's going to get one sack, you win because it's 0.75, right? Yeah. I would definitely go more because I think he'll get one. But do I think this is a multi-sack game for him? Maybe, but I don't think so. So I'm in on one. I'll agree with Tausch again. I will say more.
All right, so that's two agreements. I like when we agree. Brandon McManus, more or less than 7 kicking points against his former team. 1 for an extra point, 3 for a field goal. More or less than exactly 7 for Brandon McManus.
Less. Green Bay has shown they're going to be aggressive. Even in a sludge match game, I got this game at about 17 points for Green Bay. That the math doesn't add up.
Low. Wow.
The math doesn't add up.
No, that'd be 5
to get to 7. So I'm going to go less. Yeah, theoretically.
I'm with Tausch again. I do not see this as a shootout now. I guess so. It's not 7.5 or 6.5 though. So this one could be a push.
It could be a push, and if it's a push, it would just be removed. It wouldn't count against you on Prize Picks. It just doesn't count.
Because you kick 2 field goals and an extra point, or you kick. Well, anyway, we don't have to spend all that time doing the math. My point is that if it's a sludge match, you could also look at this as they're not going to score a lot of touchdowns. They may settle for field goals. He kicks 2 field goals and an extra point. You're at 7 now. So
push.
Yeah. I'm going to side with Tausch though. I'm going to go on fewer, less again on that one.
All right. Well, this one could get interesting then. I wasn't sure which receiver to ask you about. We had a big, lengthy conversation about all the receivers yesterday. So I'm going to give you all these numbers. You tell me if there's any that stand out to you for Packers receiving yards tomorrow or Sunday.
Okay.
Christian Watson, 55.5.
Yeah, I'd go more there.
Jaden Reed, 34.5.
I'd go less there.
Romeo Doubs, 35.5.
More.
And Luke Musgrave, 16.5. We have not been good with the tight ends outside of Tucker Kraft on Prize Picks.
I don't think I'm going to touch Luke. So here's the deal. This is what I don't know. I don't know how Green Bay is going to approach this, or Denver is going to approach this. Do you put Surtain on Watson, or do you put their other corner and roll a safety and let Surtain just go hunt? Because to me, Belichick always did it that way. You put your top guy on their number 2, and then you roll coverage the other way, and Watson is our number 1. So that's what I think they'll do. And I think Watson will find a way. Patrick Surtain, he's coming back. I know he played, but he's been injured for a big chunk of the year, too.
Good point.
That's why I like Dobbs. I think Dobbs will make a few plays. Reed, but that's the tough part about doing this with the G&G. There's so many different options, and you're not sure every week somebody. But Christian Watson has kind of emerged as that guy, so I'm going to go more on Watson also.
Boy, again, I'm not a fantasy footballer. The Packers just feel like a nightmare team.
You wouldn't want their team, no.
just never know who's going to be the guy.
And you don't know.
I've got one playoff team, and I've got Dobbs and Watson on it, and I don't know what. Watson's been great the last couple of weeks. Dobbs was nice when
Romeo Dobbs he had no catches. He had 2 targets last week.
Dobbs was good when Watson and Reed were out, and then once either of those guys came back, Dobbs has been kind of not doing much.
And what's crazy about that is, you know who leads the Packers in both receptions and receiving yards this season? Romeo Dobbs, who had a 0 game.
Yeah.
Crazy. What was that? What was the number on Jaden Reed again?
Jaden Reed was 34.5 receiving yards.
Okay, so I know you don't play it unless it's a consensus. I'm going to take that one with the more instead.
And not Watson. You don't like the Watson 55.5.
Well, the only reason, and it's not because I don't think Watson has emerged as the guy, it's because I think that, to Tausch's point, I think they're going to put Patrick Surtain on him and say, look, if these other dudes can beat us, good luck. But we're not going to let Christian Watson beat us over the top. We're just not going to do it. So however they go about trying to short-circuit that, that's why I'm going.
And I also wonder, I'm sure Josh Jacobs' number's not listed on PrizePicks. Maybe it is. But I do wonder how, that Denver defense accounts and plays it differently if Jacobs plays compared to if it's going to be an Emmanuel Wilson game. And then I also wonder if you look back at the approach the Bears took, because I think Denver plays similar. They like bringing pressure. They like having, I think they like disguising things. They trust their down guys a lot more than what Chicago does. But there's a lot of things you wonder about how they're going to approach stopping the run game and keeping 2 safeties deep, which has been so successful against the Green Bay Packers.
Josh Jacobs is listed at 66.5 rushing yards right
less. Now. I'm going to go less on that.
Well, tell us more about PrizePicks.
So it's the holiday season, best time of the year, bowl games and basketball matchups, playoff pushes, and everything else. We liked it. I like Jordan Love with more. I like Bo Nix with less than 22.5. I like McManus less, and I really like Josh Jacobs with less than 66 yards rushing. You go ahead, get on PrizePicks, take a look. You pick more or less on at least 2 player stats. You get them right, you can cash in, and you can also stack it. Stack with the same player up to 3 times in one lineup. You can do Steph, you can do Giannis, you can do that in anything. Download the PrizePicks app today. Use code WI. Get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Again, that's code WI for $50 in lineups after your first $5 lineup. PrizePicks is good to be right.
To be right.
My bad.
Headlines are next, live from Sendix. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and sponsored by American Family Insurance. Stay up to date on the green and gold all season. The Green and Gold Fix podcast is brought to you by Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Luxury stay, elite play, unwind in sophisticated comfort. Win big, dine, and experience the events in Milwaukee.
1 in 10 young adults will experience a form of homelessness this year.
For over 50 years, Covenant House has been helping youth in crisis. To learn more, go to covenanthouse.org today.
Looking for a delicious meal without breaking the bank? Cousin Subs has you covered. Our $10 meal deal gives you a 7.5-inch ham and provolone, turkey breast, or veggie sub piled high with fresh hand-sliced ingredients, crisp veggies, and all your favorite toppings. Add a bag of chips or regular fries, a fountain drink, and a cookie, all for just $10. This deal's available online or through the Cousins app only. And you can enjoy your meal at home, at work, or delivered straight to your door, hot and fresh. Cousin Subs. We believe in better. Available at participating locations. Offer subject to change.
Tito's Handmade Vodka is America's favorite vodka for a reason. From the first legal distillery in Texas, Tito's is 6 times distilled till it's just right, and naturally gluten-free, making it a high-quality spirit that mixes with just about anything, from the smoothest martinis to the best Bloody Marys. Tito's is known for giving back, teaming up with nonprofits to serve its communities and do good for dogs. Make your next cocktail with Tito's. Distilled and bottled by 5th Generation Inc., Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume. Savor responsibly.
Kevin Moret here from Mentality. Life's a relentless competition, and you might be losing without even knowing it. With testosterone levels plummeting 25% in just 2 decades, you're likely operating at a fraction of your potential. Your kids sense it when you're too exhausted for playtime. Your wife notices when that spark fades. Here's the harsh truth. Without addressing low T, nothing works. Diets fail, workouts fall flat, but there's hope. Mentality's FDA-approved treatment restores testosterone by an average of 30%. Don't let low T rob you of life's precious moments. Start at mentalityhealth.com/radio.
The holidays can be the most wonderful time of the year, but also the busiest. If you don't have the time to start baking holiday cookies, Sendix has just the thing. This weekend is our 7th annual Holiday Cookie Walk. Stop by Saturday or Sunday 8 to 5. You'll find all of the most popular holiday cookies for you to choose from. From chocolate-dipped peanut butter to traditional gingerbread cookies, we have dozens of flavors to choose from. Mix and match your own custom assortment. Sendix Food Markets, your trusted local grocer.
Elevate your game day gear or any outfit with official merchandise from the Milwaukee Bucks Pro Shop. From authentic jerseys to exclusive apparel and accessories, the Bucks Pro Shop has everything you need to showcase your fandom wherever you go. Cheer the deer to victory with authentic Milwaukee Bucks items. Visit us at the Bucks Pro Shop at Fiserv Forum or Bayshore Mall, or shop online at shop.bucks.com.
UW Credit Union presents the Student Athlete of the Week, supporting local student athletes as they grow on the field, in the classroom, and in the community. UW Credit Union is here for every you. Learn more at uwcu.org.
With your UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week, I'm Will Summers. This week's UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week is Janesville Craig sophomore guard Yana Elias Stevens. Stevens put together one of the most impressive scoring performances in the state this season, finishing with a career-high 38 points in Craig's dominant 85-42 victory over crosstown rival Janesville Parker. She stacked up 26 points in the first half alone, helping the Cougars build a 50-21 halftime lead. Stevens also knocked down 5 three-pointers, scored 14 of Craig's first 20 points, and opened the second half with 12 of the Cougars' first 14 points to keep complete control of the matchup. It marks her third straight strong outing to open the year with scoring totals of 15, 28, and now 38. Congrats to Yana Elias Stevens, your UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week.
You're listening to Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella at 855-PELLA-WI or visit online at PellaWI.com/radio.
We continue to get ready for Packers-Broncos in the Mile High City, and we do so with headlines. Tausch, you're the innovator. I don't know if we have any musical, royalty-free headline music, but what do you got?
Well, I can't sing anything because we don't know what the parody would be, but we've been limericizing it anyways. I've been saying for a while, this game concerns me. All the way back to, I don't know, whatever, May, whenever the schedule came out, and it still is concerning. I think this is a tough matchup. I think it's going to be a whale of a game. I really do. I think it's going to be a hard-fought slugfest in beautiful weather in Denver while we sit here in the cold while we're watching it. So here we go. The Packers get the late window at Mile High. Who made this schedule? The cable guy? Ooh. Constant pressure on Nix forces a couple of picks. But in the end, the offense comes up just shy. Broncos 19, Green Bay 17.
What?
Wow.
Yep.
You're sticking with your May pick.
Yeah, I think that it partially, you know how in this business sometimes you have to double down. I think Green Bay is a much better offensive team than Denver. Much better. I think defensively it's a pretty even matchup. And home field matters. What I'm most worried about, actually, home field matters, no question. I'm worried about where this team's going to be at emotionally. I really think this was a 2-game bucket emptier. Detroit and Chicago. They emptied it emotionally. Flying out there, altitude, Denver's good. Will I be surprised if Green Bay wins? I think Green Bay wins by 10. But I think if it's a tight game, Denver has proven they win tight football games out there. And unfortunately, I think Sean Payton and that crowd and that defense spurs them on. I think Jordan Love makes the offense makes a couple of mistakes that's going to do them in. And I think Denver finds a way to get it done out there on Sunday. So it is what it is, man. I don't pick against Green Bay much because I don't like being wrong. This is the vibe I got. We'll see if I'm right.
When you say bucket emptier, I agree with the premise for the Bears game, right? Because you could see that was, I remember Micah Parsons saying during the week, rivalries are for the fans. That's what he said. But then the Packers' behavior in that game told me that the rivalry is back, right? We talked about that a little bit on Monday. My question is, do you think that that's going to cause a hangover effect for this game, or do you think this is also a bucket emptier, and then they got another bucket emptier after this when they play the Bears again?
So, I think in order to win, you're going to have a lot in the tank, and you're going to have to empty it. And I just, in an NFL season, there's only so many times you can go to empty before you start getting a bunch of sediment and all of the that sticks at the bottom of your tank. And then you got to reload. And this just feels to me like you're going out to Denver. You got a certain amount of gas. And if things fall right, you can maybe coast. This doesn't feel like it's going to be a coast game. This feels like you are going to have to really empty it. And I think Denver's in the same boat. The thing I like from Green Bay's standpoint is Denver's 10 in a row. But the problem is they had basically a gimme last week that they had out there. So the special teams, I think Denver's better. I think the defense, it's going to be with home field. I think Denver's defense is really good. I do think Green Bay's defense is going to have a day. But I just think we're going to fall a little short.
All right, that is Tausch's Limerick headline. Here is mine. I think the Broncos are due. Don't you? I think that Denver's defense is legit. But I think that Sean Payton is full of blank. I think McCarthy's just as good, but he doesn't get the credit that he should. And as much as I may like Bo Nix, I think the Packers D gets their kicks. While Micah Parsons attacks, Rashan Gary finally gets a couple sacks. Packers 21, Broncos 17. Which I guess would mean they cover since they're favored. Somebody's going to have to explain to me at some point how they're favored.
It's pretty easy to, it's under, you have to look at it and say, where can we get the most? You have to tease people into thinking you want to get Denver, you want to get some money on Denver because the Packers are always going to be favorites for the most part when they're at home. Very rarely will they not be. I felt like Denver should have been a 1-point favorite, and that means they're a 4-point dog, if that math makes any sense to you guys, or a 3-point dog. This is I think worse our scores. This will be the fun part of watching this because if Green Bay can get out and get hot, get off to a fast start, that changes the whole kind of dynamic of the game. I do think it's going to be an old-fashioned sludge. Just an absolute sludger, and I love it. I can't wait to watch it.
The Broncos have trailed in the fourth quarter in 9 of their 11 wins this season, so we will see how that plays out in the end. All right, Jesse, your turn.
Well, I did a little investigative research because I did want to find out what was playable and not playable for certain music components throughout the course of this week. And as I was doing my royalty-free Christmas music
Mariah Carey's
search,
Christmas song is
no,
up.
not that one. I don't think we can do that one.
Ooh, I'm curious where this is going.
But we can do this one.
Pretty good.
I'll tell you what, man. You've done a lot of good things in your time on this show. This has to be close to the Mount Rushmore for you for moments. Really well executed. Jesse, how long did that take you to put together the lyrics?
Becca heard me singing it in the shower this morning, and she said, "Are you talking to yourself?" And I said, "No, I'm coming up with my song." It came to me in a dream.
While you were in the shower.
Okay. Something like that.
Sounded great. That was incredible. Also incredible what Tausch and Sarah are doing with American Family Insurance this holiday season.
Yes, if you can, join my wife, Sarah, and I as we have teamed up with American Family Insurance to raise funds toward the American Family Children's Hospital through a virtual toy drive. All donations will go towards therapeutic supplies and toys that help thousands of children and families across the country. And the beautiful part is, we raise $50,000. American Family Insurance matches every dollar donated up to that $50,000 we have through the end of the year, which it's starting to unwind. We're almost halfway through the month. So we need help. amfamkids.org. Visit again, amfamkids.org to help the cause today.
Is there any chance that Jesse can follow up that incredible headline?
No way. No way.
With a strong Whoa Nelly?
I just hope we don't get kicked off of YouTube now. I really hope that doesn't backfire on me.
Hey, so funny little quip. My mom's mom, Grandma Pearl, I used to do a radio
hit by a reindeer?
No, but I used to do a radio hit on a station up in Wausau back as a rookie. Okay. And my grandma would listen to that hit. It would be on, I don't know, on Friday mornings. And they asked me what my favorite Christmas song was. And at that point, again, my head was swimming. I was a young buck. And I said, Grandma got run over by a reindeer. And my grandma was not a fan. She called and told my mom, what the blank is going on? I'm not a fan of what this is. So R.I.P. to my Grandma Pearl. Funny, and she always hosted Christmas. Did not like the song, and when you started singing that, Jesse, I thought about my grandma, and so that brings back fun memories for me. So thank you again on that.
But she wouldn't have enjoyed it because she was offended by the song.
I couldn't tell. I think she liked that she got brought up, but didn't like the fact that she got run over by a reindeer.
Yeah,
which is fair. Nobody wants to.
She knew the existence of the song. She didn't just think that you were running her over with a reindeer yourself.
No. I'm fairly certain. I mean, I think everybody has heard that song. Yeah, no.
Yeah, I don't like
Why would I want my grandma to get run over by a reindeer?
Correct. I don't know. That's what I'm saying.
And would a reindeer kill you if they ran you over? They're fast, but they're not that heavy.
Yeah, they got like supersonic speed.
Yeah, they do fly all around the world in one night, remember. Whoa, Nelly is next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
That's a good point.
This is Wilde and Tausch, driven by Zimbrick Chevrolet in Sun Prairie.
Wilde and Tausch is presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella at 855-PELLA-WI or visit online at PellaWI.com/radio.
Ho, ho, my back.
Santa?
Ho, ho, Gina Della from Pella. You've been a good girl this year.
Is that why you're in here building new windows?
Santa's doing OT.
Let me make a call.
Frighteningly fast Pella team at your service. Let us take it from here, Mr. Claus. And Gina, next time.
I know. Ask for a Pella gift card. Right now, at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, get 0% interest for 24 months. Visit PellaWI.com.
Certain restrictions apply. It's 12/31/2025.
Without an Advent clinic nearby, people suffering needlessly from chronic nasal congestion and sinus infections would be stuck with either Band-Aid or Sledgehammer solutions. Band-Aids are pills or nasal sprays, and they're not true solutions. Surgery is a sledgehammer, and that's what we're trying to avoid. Because most people don't need surgery for nose and sinus issues, nor do they want a 14-day recovery. Our unique Advent approach can, in 20 minutes in our office, open your blocked nose for good, with only 1-day recovery. I'm Advent founder Dr. Kandula. Outside of Advent's four walls, invasive surgery is what they'll recommend. But here you will find effective and convenient in-office solutions to help you stop the need for Band-Aids and avoid the sledgehammer.
Go to adventknows.com to schedule your appointment, because Advent knows when you breathe well, you live better. Most insurance accepted.
The holidays are full of moments worth saving. Family dinners, cozy nights, holiday parties that last all night. And Carbless makes every one of them better. Crisp, refreshing, and full of flavor. 0 sugars, 0 carbs, and only 100 calories and gluten-free. Carbless is the gift that keeps on giving. A guilt-free cocktail that never compromises on taste, turning every sip into a little celebration. This season, bring bliss to every holiday moment with Carbless. Full of flavor, no compromise.
It's time for the Marquette Minute on 94.5 ESPN. This Marquette Minute is brought to you by Buffalo Wild Wings. Buffalo Wild Wings is the official viewing party location for Marquette road games this season.
The Golden Eagles fell 96-76 on the road against in-state rival Wisconsin on Saturday afternoon. Freshman Adrian Stevens led Marquette with a career-high 15 points, adding 5 rebounds and 4 assists in 27 minutes. The Golden Eagles struggled to get shots to fall, opening 2 for 16 from the field and finishing 9 for 23 from 3. Here's head coach Shaka Smart after the game.
When we miss certain shots around the basket or open threes or even free throws, some of our guys tend to at times get deflated.
The Golden Eagles will now turn their attention to a big road matchup at Purdue on December 13th.
This Marquette Minute has been brought to you by Buffalo Wild Wings. The next watch party of the season will be Saturday, December 13th at 1 p.m. at the Oak Creek Buffalo Wild Wings. Check out the Golden Eagles watch party schedule at gomarquette.com/BWW.
It's ESPN Milwaukee's Brad Nortman here with some exciting news from my friends at Bank 5-9. Not only have they been named a top workplace for 16 straight years, but they've just won the prestigious Community Choice Award as the best bank in the Milwaukee area. Honestly, I'm not surprised. Not only do they have great products and services, but they truly live out their mission to make lives better. If you're looking for a true local community bank, check out the best. Visit bank59.com to learn more today. Member FDIC.
The holidays are the perfect time to thank the people who make your business shine. At Alpha Custom Apparel, we help you create custom gifts and branded apparel that show true appreciation. Whether it's polished polos for your sales team, cozy quarter zips for employees, or thoughtful giveaways for your best clients. We make it easy with fast turnaround, creative options, and Midwest service you can count on. This season, give gifts that build pride and strengthen relationships long after the holidays are over. Visit alphacustomapparel.com and start your holiday gifting today.
You're listening to Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
Jesse Nelson tries to follow up his outstanding headline with at least a mediocre Whoa Nelly.
If the topic is good, the guys discuss.
Just the other morning I had breakfast at Tracy Rocker's house. His mama brought out 15 flapjacks. He said, Mama, take back 5 of them flapjacks. I gotta stay hungry for the Crimson Tide.
But if it's not, the show must go on. It's time for
Whoa, Nelly!
On Wilde and Tausch.
If we aim for mediocre, I think we'll be all right.
Do we have to get rid of Rick Springfield, too?
No, because I think this is also the karaoke version, so I think we're okay. I think that's how this works out. So
stay on top of that.
Yep,
Grandma.
We will monitor.
Do we need to put together like an album of songs we like, and the three of us just sing them and then play those?
No.
Royalty-free greatest hits?
What do you mean, no? That could be a fun little deal.
You want your singing to be our bump back music for every segment.
I want you to find a karaoke version of something by Eminem, because I think of all of Tausch's greatest moments, him as Eminem still ranks very high.
Yeah, it's top of the list. Speaking of things ranking very high, did you watch Thursday Night Football at all last night on Amazon Prime?
Not a minute.
No, I missed it.
Well, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers may have choked away the NFC South. They were up 28-14 in the fourth quarter and lost to Kirk Cousins and the Atlanta Falcons. It was a brutal loss for the Buccaneers, who are now 7-7, looking up at the Carolina Panthers in first place in the NFC South.
There's 2 out of the next 3 weeks. I think the Panthers play the Buccaneers. That'll be decided on the field with those 2 teams.
But the Buccaneers looked good blowing their lead in the fourth quarter last night. They were wearing the old creamsicle throwbacks.
That's a good
The
look.
home ones with the white helmets and the old Buccaneer Bucko Bruce on the side. Oh, it was fantastic. Is that the best uniform in football?
You mean throwback?
Yeah. I think at all. I think the creamsicle Buccaneers with the white helmet with Bucko Bruce, that home look, I think, is the best uniform in all of football, any level.
It's a bold statement.
Boy, that is bold. It's a good look. I mean, I haven't thought enough. I mean, obviously we're Packer. Well, I'm a Packer fan.
Indeed, you are.
I'm a Packer fan.
Their throwbacks, the all-white look, which I think we're going to be seeing out in Denver. Is that right, Jason?
That is correct. You are correct, sir.
I also like the old, like the John Elway Broncos unis.
Yeah,
I like those.
they brought
with
those
the blue,
back this year. Those are good.
with the little Broncos. So I like the throwbacks, and I heard Canty this morning. Every game, a Thursday throwback should be throwback. Every NFL game on Thursday should be throwback uniforms.
Oh.
It's a great idea. They merch it up.
Yeah.
Just throwback Thursday,
Thursdays.
everything. Yeah, it makes a ton of sense.
The Raiders, silver and black.
The Raiders.
Wow, that is an outstanding.
That's really good.
Like, of all your bad voices, your Chris Berman was off the charts.
I didn't see that coming.
Bert be home by 11. Whoa, Nelly.
I didn't know he had that in him.
I didn't either.
You didn't know? I've done my Berman before.
Have you?
No. Yep. Not. I would say this. If you did, you never did it that well that I was that blown away with how good it was.
Oh, solid.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, thanks.
We now bring in the Badgers Radio Network analyst for a spontaneous appearance. What's up, Tausch? Thanks for joining us today.
No, he's unavailable.
Oh, shoot. Okay, well then, can I just ask you what you think of Wisconsin's new hire, Eric Mateos, formerly of Arkansas, now the new offensive line coach for our Wisconsin Badgers football team?
Sure, I could definitely give you an answer. I don't know a ton about him. He was obviously at Arkansas and has had some history with the offensive coordinator. He's had success. Arkansas's O-line, the numbers dictate kind of that. I am a big fan of A.J. Blazek. As a dude, played golf with him out in Las Vegas, got, sit-in meetings, and he is a really good dude, and I think a really good football coach. But unfortunately, we know this business, and if your unit isn't producing, even if it means guys have been injured and you're playing young players, it's a results business. And the results for the last couple of years have not been up to the standard of what we need to win. So I'm sure Coach Blazek will find some work, and he's going to be just fine. And I'm excited to get to learn more and understand a little bit more about what we're doing. But his track record and resume have been pretty good. And if we are going to turn this program around and find some wins and get back to doing what people expect the Wisconsin football team to do, it's all going to start with the boys up front and that unit. And if that happens, I think everybody's going to be happy. So I get it. I understand the business of both the NFL and college, and that's the hard reality as a coach, is things can switch pretty quickly.
Yeah, I understand that they struggled. They had a lot of injury issues, but like you said, it's a results business. Whoa, Nelly.
I might have to say that's all I have time for, guys, because I think I need to go and get ready for Wisconsin volleyball, because we don't know how long our pregame show is going to go.
How long have you prepped? Like, what are you prepped for? Do you have your John Arias interviews, I'm sure, and then you go out live to him in Austin, Texas.
The Hall of Famer Pete Waite standing by with him. Yeah, we're ready to go.
So what other stuff do you have in case this Texas match, which I hope it does, I hope it goes 6 sets. I hope they find a way to play 9 sets, since you've stood on this hill and just rotted with non-apologies. I hope it's a 9-set match today and it goes till 4 in the afternoon. What are you going to do to fill the extra 5 hours?
I don't want to say there was some speculation in the office that you don't know how volleyball works, but between quadruple overtime yesterday and 9 sets today, I don't know.
I know how volleyball works. I can hyperbolize to prove a point.
Well, because we're on at a unique time here coming up in a few minutes, we do have a little season recap for everybody who may just be hopping on the bandwagon, and everyone is welcome on the Badger volleyball bandwagon. So we'll give a little season recap as to how we got to this point. We have the Kelly Sheffield show on standby that John and Kelly recorded earlier this week, getting set for the regional semifinal against Stanford. We have some showcasing player interviews, like you said, John and Pete on site in Austin, and then I get to wax poetic with whatever else we have if there's some extra time that's still needed. So,
you will break down the matchup, and you will get into like how Wisconsin matches up with Stanford versus a triple block and all the other stuff.
I've got some nuggets on.
You'll break that down.
I've got some nuggets on the all-time history with Stanford. I've got some nuggets about
Are you breaking down stuff?
No, I'm not a Dan.
You're not an analyst.
I'm not a Dan Orlovsky here. Let's look at the tape and talk about. I'm not that guy, but I can tell you, I can put this matchup in context for everyone coming up.
What's
here
the
in a few
spread?
minutes.
What's the spread on this?
I don't think they have one posted. I don't think college volleyball does that.
Do we think Tito Beveridge will be there? Like, does he go to the games in Austin, Texas? In case you're looking for a guest,
really good
I guess
question.
Was the only reason.
I hope he is.
Good.
Yeah.
So.
Well, if he sticks around after Texas plays the first one, he might go home.
Because that's the way they should schedule those games, clearly, is that the home team gets to play the first game of the day. The home team on Sunday will be the Denver Broncos, and they are located near Golden, Colorado, the home of Coors Light.
And you know what? Whether you want to celebrate a big Badger volleyball victory, you want to watch a big hoops victory, or you want to watch the G&G go out to Golden, Colorado, a.k.a. Denver, and enjoy a little chill and have some fun, crack open a Rocky Mountain cold Coors Light, brewed with that 3-step cold process, cold lager, cold filtered, and cold package, so it is made to chill. That's why it is always Coors Light in my hand. There's nothing better than going out and whooping up on the Broncos and then cracking open some Coors Lights to celebrate it. And, of course, you celebrate responsibly. Coors Brewing Company, a Golden, Colorado.
We'll wrap up the show and wrap up the week with Feel Good Friday, painted by Holman Lindsay Paints. Next, it's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, brought to you by Grassland Butter. Grassland.
Wilde and Tausch continues next on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
Hey, this is the Fat Jack, and coming off championship weekend, it couldn't be any better. 4-0 sweep on Saturday, 3-1 on Sunday. We were 9-2 last week in football alone. Are you ready? Are you betting on sports? Are you winning? Go to FatJackSports.com. This weekend, $99 for all the football through Monday. Stop guessing. Everything's emailed to you. They're on a personal portal. They will make you money betting on sports at basketball, at UFC, at soccer, and make even more. FatJackSports.com to win today. Are you ready?
Mark Tausch here for Iron Jock. As a former athlete, I've worn just about every type of workout gear there is, and nothing compares to Iron Jock. Their performance apparel is built to fight sweat, odor, and bacteria, keeping you feeling fresh no matter how hard you push. From the gym to the pickleball court, Iron Jock keeps you dry, comfortable, and confident. Right now, you can get 40% off your Iron Jock gear. Use code CHRISTMAS40. That's CHRISTMAS40 for 40% off your order. Shop now at ironjock.com.
Hey, it's John McGivern here. You know I love Network Health. One of the reasons is that they're local and they understand how important that is. Their exceptional customer service isn't just words on a page. It's what they do. It's what they've always done for over 41 years. Call 833-7-NETWORK today. HMO and POS plans underwritten by Network Health Plan. Compensation has been provided for using this endorsement of Network Health.
Tito's Handmade Vodka is America's favorite vodka for a reason. From the first legal distillery in Texas, Tito's is 6 times distilled till it's just right, and naturally gluten-free, making it a high-quality spirit that mixes with just about anything, from the smoothest martinis to the best Bloody Marys. Tito's is known for giving back, teaming up with nonprofits to serve its communities and do good for dogs. Make your next cocktail with Tito's. Distilled and bottled by 5th Generation Inc., Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume. Savor responsibly.
Looking for the early gift for the basketball fan on your list? This holiday season, Fiserv Forum brings the heat with the Milwaukee Hoop Showdown. Friday, December 19th, the Wisconsin Badgers versus Villanova at 7 p.m. But first, UW Milwaukee takes on South Dakota State at 4. 2 big games, 1 electric night, all under one roof. Check off that holiday list to get your tickets now at FiservForum.com/showdown. The Badgers headline the action on Friday, December 19th, and you don't want to miss it. Visit FiservForum.com/showdown.
Diamond stud earrings are the Christmas gift that shines brighter than the tree.
If she already has a pair of natural diamond studs from Kessler's, bring them in and we'll give you 100% of the price you paid.
When you trade them in on a larger pair of diamond stud earrings.
That's been our policy for more than 30 years.
We have diamond studs from $198 up to $40,000.
And we have 0% financing for 18 months with approved credit.
And 0% is a really low interest rate.
Some people say that 0% is the very best interest rate.
Diamond studs always fit perfectly.
They never go out of style.
And you can wear them with anything.
If you want to trade in her old natural diamond studs from Kessler's on some bigger diamond studs from Kessler's,
go ahead and pick up her new ones today.
And you can bring in the old ones after the holidays.
Come to Kessler's.
Bigger is better. And blue diamonds are you diamonds.
For the location of the Kessler's nearest you and our holiday hours, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
Hey, this is Mike from Infinity Exteriors. Buying a roof, siding, or windows can feel overwhelming. Hidden costs, confusing contracts. We don't play that game. We educate you so you can decide. And when you know the facts, Infinity Exteriors is the clear choice. Since 1997, we've installed peace of mind with no surprise upcharges, flexible budgets, and immediate financing. Infinity Exteriors, saving our communities from unscrupulous contractors. Visit infinityexteriors.com.
This is Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN, sponsored by American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
It is time for Feel Good Friday, painted by Hallman Lindsay Paints. I've got it this week. And Matthew Golden's rookie season has not gone the way he was hoping it would. But he did something this week, and I was actually talking to him in the locker room earlier this week about this. So most times, if a guy feels a connection to a certain cause, it's because of their own life experiences, right? And in Matthew Golden's case, you know, he told the story when he got here, and obviously he had told the story in his previous stops in college at Houston and at Texas, in Austin. that there were times where he and his mother and his they slept in a car outside of a Walmart at one point, and they faced food insecurity. There were many times where there was not enough food to go around. So on Tuesday, he took part in the Sargento Touchdowns for Hunger program. They presented checks to the Paul's Pantry here in Green Bay and the Hunger Task Force in Milwaukee. He went to both of those events. Like, I thought maybe he would just do the one here in Green Bay. He made the trip down there. I was chatting with him about it in the locker room, and having experienced this himself, it's something that he's really passionate about. So, as you know, Tausch, from your playing days, the community outreach folks, they ask guys to do certain events, and he volunteered for this. He wanted to be part of it because this hits especially close to home for him. And so just wanted to laud Matthew Gold doing that, and Sargento Cheese, which obviously does the Touchdowns for Hunger program every year. But for Matthew Golden, that can't be easy to talk about, growing up that way and dealing with that. And so I just had a ton of respect for him. $25,000 check presented to Paul's Pantry, $51,000 check presented to Hunger Task Force. So kudos to Matthew Golden and Sargento for helping out Paul's Pantry and the Hunger Task Force in Milwaukee. All right.
Love that. You love that part of it because it's authentic. Mm-hmm. And it is, guys talk about using their platforms in good ways. And to go and do that and to bring that awareness and then also to help raise that money, kudos to Matthew. That's awesome.
All right, that is Feel Good Friday, painted by Holman Lindsay Paints. That's it. We're out of time. The show's over. Go home, or in Tausch's case, go spend more time at Sendix.
Go boo in Austin.
Well, hopefully
boo in Austin, boo Texas folks.
Sure, yes, and hopefully they will take it to 9 sets. And Jesse will have a very long pregame show across the Badger Volleyball Radio Network, including right here. That's it for us today. Have a great day. Take care. Be good.
What was that?
It was just me, I got such a bargain. Poorly constructed sofa falling apart.
I just bought you.
Yeah, well, I did just turn 3, at 67 in sofa years. I am so ready to retire and move to Miami.